Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tides of Death. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing great.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
Good.
it's Christmas. It's cold.
Mhm.
Got all my good buddies together playing some D&D. What could be better?
Maybe some presents. Maybe some spice cider.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, Neil, that would be nice.
Never had spice cider, actually.
What? Come to America. We'll civilize you.
It's more about
What
mulled
is-
wine
what is
over here.
spiced? Yeah, mulled wine. I've had mulled wine, I think. It's like the stuff they put it's like
It's the
red
same
wine
thing,
that
but with
tastes funky.
cider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do like cloves and nutmeg and cinnamon and apple juice and heat it up and add some rum or whiskey or something.
Yeah, they're
Quite
kind of
nice.
gross, my opinion. No, I think
They're okay. Do you know what? The thing I've got with mulled wine is, like, everyone cooks all the alcohol off it.
Yeah, you cook it too
You know
long.
what I mean?
And then
Yeah. And there's, like, you spend the whole night
Mulled
drinking it. It's
wine?
like, I'm not actually drunk. Mulled. M-U-L-L-E-D.
Mold. Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah, you got to add
You don't need to say it like that. It's just mulled.
Mulled
It's
wine?
Mulled wine. You got the mulled,
Mulled wine. Yeah. You don't need to say it like you're in a fucking Victorian London.
Would you like some mulled wine, sir?
Please, sir. I only have 2 coppers.
See, this is what I get for showing up.
fuck are they even saying? I can't even hear the difference between the pronunciations at all.
Shut up, Neil. I remember the first time I met you, my friend Dom. He's the best at fucking accents. Oh my god. Do you remember him? We played the Game of Thrones board game.
Yeah,
That guy does every accent so well. And you're sitting there like, they all sound the same to me. It's ridiculous. Insane.
Yeah, I don't have much of an ear for accents. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're short one player, but we're gonna just wing it, and we're gonna do it without him. And consequences be damned.
True.
So
We all, Archie's the strong but silent type, so we'll be okay.
he's actually here. His camera's just off the whole time. He's just that strong
He
and
is here,
silent.
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to pick up our game. Not in any specific period of time. You know what? We left off leaving Alba Island. Bunch of things happened. We're not going to worry about all that right now. We're going to just kind of do a little story. It happens maybe a day, maybe a week, maybe a couple months after. Its placement in time is not particularly important. Our party is in a fog bank, and the winds have died down low, and you're not entirely sure where you are. You can't see stars, and the vision in front of you is thin enough, is blocked enough that you can't move too fast even with your rowers. If there's a rock, if there's a reef, you won't have ample time to see it if you're going at full speed to stop. So your ship is sort of floating and drifting in the fog bank, waiting for some clearing, waiting for something.
Can I ask, are we on the big ship or the quick ship?
Whichever ship you had when you... It's just...
Well, we had both with us. I think we're on the big ship, right? Because we had some guys with us on Alba Island.
I think it's just the
big
four
ship.
of you and your monkey, and you're on the Swift ship.
Then
or
we're on
whatever.
the small
Okay.
ship, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And you're just kind of hanging out in this fog bank when Sail gets a little bit of a tug on this amulet that you've been wearing. This amulet that you've had around your neck for a long time. And you've been wondering, if I recall correctly, what the powers of this amulet are, yeah?
Yes, I've been trying to decipher its abilities for a while.
And what have you come up with so far?
Actually,
I think I critically failed my check, actually.
Yeah.
If I remember.
Perceived it to be very powerful, though.
I thought it was junk, actually, and nearly threw it away. No. I know it's an amulet of power because of where we found it and the context in which we found it. Associated, I think there was some dialogue between me and an NPC or something that the amulet was for me and the rapier was for John, and then there was daggers and all sorts of rohi-ish stuff in the vault of the, what was that royal family called?
Kaiser family?
the
Kaiser family.
Yeah, the Kaiser family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I know it has some sort of power of some kind, and it's made of sandstone, which is like Rohi's thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something to do with him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
that's about it. That's all I know.
While you're in this becalmed fog bank, just sort of pacing on the side of your ship, which, remember, you're on the small ship. There's not a below decks. There's really the one deck and the bilge where you put your rocks, and you can put some tarps over you if the weather's bad or whatnot, but there's not really a lot of cover up here, and you're fairly close to the water's edge. And as you're pacing or walking or whatever it is that you do in the becalmed fog, you can feel the amulet like pulling on your neck, like it's gaining weight, or like some sort of invisible hand is wrapping around it and like tugging it gently towards the ground, towards the sea.
I will reach up and
Okay.
grab it and like hold it in my hand.
It is practically humming. There's a little bit of a vibration running through it as it continues. Even with your hand there, you could lift it in your hand and you would still feel the tug being pulled down, and you still feel that incessant drawing you somewhere.
Does anyone else around me notice?
I think I'm currently saying to Nilrum, how can we be lost? You've been sailing around the same set of islands for the last 3 years. We might as well just let Sail navigate. You might as well just pray to his god and decide which way we go, because you clearly don't know where the fuck you are.
Captain, we're in a fog bank. We just need to let it pass. We've been in these before, and we're gonna be in these in the future.
You've been saying that for the last 36 hours? How big is this fog bank? Are we sailing around in circles? What's going on?
They don't
We
notice at
sail
all.
in one direction, and yeah, we'll eventually get out.
I can't believe this. I storm off to the other side of the small boat.
I looked at Archie.
Archie just shakes his head and pets the monkey.
Is the monkey afraid of Archie, actually?
No, not that.
No,
not
okay,
really.
Not undead.
Just
No,
me.
not like in the same way that things are afraid of John.
Just slightly undead.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's just a little undead, a little soul shattering.
I go and sit down on the other side of the boat and say, Sail, go and have a word with Nilrum, because he doesn't know where the fuck we are.
I'll turn to the captain and say, I don't know where we are either, but something's going on with this thing. I'll like hold up the amulet that's like weighing down my hand.
What do you mean?
I don't know, it's humming and it feels really heavy. It's like it's calling me.
You hear this, Nilrum? This sounds ominous.
And I go over and put my hand towards, like, to touch the amulet.
If Sail will let you.
Yeah, I wait for Sail to see if he's okay with it.
Yeah, I'll hold it out towards him so that he can feel it.
I'll grab it, and can I run, like, an archanology check or something of the sort?
I don't let you take it off me.
Yeah, I won't take it off, you know.
Archanology
Spellcraft?
wouldn't
Archanology?
work. Give me a spellcraft check. Yes. Let me bring us over the dice.
24?
Yes. With the 24, you have no fucking idea what this is. No whatsoever. You're a
Does it feel
wizard.
heavy?
This is definitely wizard magic going on. This is definitely not wizard magic
fire
happening
fire.
here. This is just like, I don't know, some sort of holy cleric thing.
Does it feel heavy, though, or no?
No, it doesn't really feel heavy. You feel more of like you can feel that sort of vibration that he's talking about.
Okay.
But you don't feel the tugging towards the sea that he is talking about.
Feel the vibration, but I don't feel it tugging at all. I'm not
Maybe
sure,
it's
Sail. Can
specific.
you talk to our god?
I'll inspect Nilrum's face to see if he smirks after he says our god.
I don't think he does.
Not at this point.
Yeah, not at this point.
Right. He's committed.
No. I think Neil. Yeah.
Before I try to commune with Rohi, I'm going to take the amulet off my neck and like hold it like a pendulum and like swing it in a circle and then see if
Oh
it,
yeah.
like,
You hold it off your neck and immediately it just comes out to one side. Right before you can even start the swinging process, it like moves away from you towards the short end of the boat and then holds at an angle in that direction.
I'll turn to Nilrum and say, I think it's pointing me somewhere. And I'll like, can I get to that? Can I get closer to where it's pointing?
Yeah,
On the
you
boat?
walk, it gets you to the edge of the boat and then it just dangles down as if into the water.
I will Can I cast light on a gold coin, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll cast light on a gold coin and drop it into the water.
I rush to the edge of the boat to watch it.
It hits the water with a bit of a plop and begins to drop down into the murky depths. And as it drops, you see a set of bright violet eyes looking up at you as the coin sort of rests on the top of some dark leathery skin.
Ah! I jump back from the edge of the boat.
I stare back at the
What
creature.
the hell is that?
I think that's him. I think I've seen his face before.
Tim?
I'll say greetings, Rohi.
I scoot back to the edge.
From the edge, or
No, we'll go
you
and
get
have a
closer
look.
to the edge?
I'm like right at the edge.
You're right at the
I know
edge.
this guy.
Oh, I backed away from the edge when I saw it, but I'll go back over to look. Is what I'm saying.
Do I feel like I've seen this guy before?
I
Probably
don't
not.
think
I don't
so,
I've had a
Nilrum.
roadie vision.
I don't think you've seen any of this shit before. Yeah.
No, I went to the waves once, but I don't remember what I saw. It's been a long time. Nilrum will go and inspect it. He's not going to touch it, but look at it.
Yeah, well, somewhere beneath the waves, a couple of meters, is these violet eyes staring up at you, at the lot of you, and this gold coin sitting on this sort of dark midnight blue, leathery, shark skinny looking flesh. The light radius is normally quite large, but in this context, it only seems to extend enough to see like the forehead of these like bright, sort of elongated eyes. They're not like nice round things. They're sort of, you know, almost not teardrop shaped, but like oval shape or ellipse shaped.
I'll call out to the creature. I assume in my head, I think does this look like the first time I saw Rohi in the water? Like it has this, yeah. I'll call out and say, Rohi, why have you come?
The amulet will start to sway back and forth in response, but there's not a word that bubbles from the surface.
I will turn to the crew and be like, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And
Are you going in there?
Yeah, and I jump in the water to talk to Rohi.
Okay. Wait. Let's tie a rope around you.
He'll put me back.
All
He's
right.
our benefactor.
Good luck.
So I jump
Archie,
in,
help him over.
say hi.
Archie helps him over the barrier.
You sink beneath the waves, not falling too far before your feet come to rest on some firm substance. And it is down here that you get your answer. And it comes sort of trembling to you. Sail, my greatest follower. They have discovered me. I need to hide.
I see. Where do you hide a god?
One of these little tendrils will coil up out of the inky darkness and come to rest underneath your medallion still held in your hand and begin to wrap around it. And then the creature sort of shrinks and you feel your feet losing grip of something as what appears to have been some sort of massive octopus or squid looking creature becomes like this tiny little thing that clasps on to the sandstone medallion around your neck, and then sort of petrifies into a sandstone octopus on top of the sandstone medallion.
Badass.
I looked down in shock. Didn't know he could do that.
Yeah. And then bubbles begin to form around you, which probably should make you sink faster, but in this case do seem to give you a little bit of support and rise you to the surface, where Archie will grab you by the back of your collar and help lift you from the waters.
I'll get up and I'll cough up like the bit of water that's in my mouth, like, and I'll sit down on the boat and I'll say, well, I guess I'll never be closer to God. And I'll start like showing the amulet and be like, I'll say,
Changed.
he climbed
See
into
it?
the amulet.
Or is he in the amulet?
What?
It's like a little creature It is now part of the amulet. It used to just be like a block of sandstone. Now it's like a block of sandstone with like a little carved octopus hanging out on it.
Interesting.
I'll say to the crew, he said he was discovered and he needs to hide or lay low. He needs to be somewhere safe. I'll look down. I'll be like, I mean, I guess I haven't died yet, so this is a pretty safe place to be.
John clears his throat, takes a step forward, takes off his hat, goes down sort of on one knee and says, welcome to my ship, my lord. I'll make sure that you're comfortable here and safe. Sail will look after you. And then I'll stand back and put my hat back on and say, well, first time I've had a god aboard my ship.
Is he
we'll get
gonna
used to
help
it.
out with the duties, Captain?
Maybe you can swap the deck, I don't know. Maybe Sail just has to do twice as much now, I suppose.
I'm sure.
Doing chores
on
for
a
two now, Sail.
No, I'm the privileged priest. I think in fact, I should do less work now. I have even more power on this ship.
Let's be clear here. You know, even if I'm transporting a king to the side of the kingdom, I'm still a captain on my own ship when he's there.
I think that is somewhat true, but I think hierarchy gets a little bit finicky when, with a snap of a tendril, he could send you to the bottom of the ocean.
Yes, well, remains to be seen what powers
It's
my
like this,
our
Captain.
friend here has.
If you didn't have Archie, how many mutinies would have you survived?
I've never even been in a single mutiny sail, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I'll have you know, I'm harder to kill than I look.
You may be harder to kill than you look, but people wouldn't try. People would try if you had Archie. If you didn't have Archie.
Good job he's still sitting here, right? But enough. Okay, fine. You can keep the same amount of chores. We'll keep things split as they are. Right. Well, okay. This is all well and good, but did he happen to tell you the way out of this fog bank before he jumped in there?
I'll take the amulet off again and spin it. Does it point anywhere?
No, it just sort of dangles there. Do.
Unfortunately, Captain, he did not elaborate upon our situation. So he has gone into hiding, I think, and we've got to figure this out on our own.
Well, I suppose if you don't know where we are, you can't spill the details on where he is.
That's true. This may
Captain,
be...
I told you, I know exactly where we are.
Well, where is that, Nilrum? In a fog
We're
bag?
probably only an hour left out, directly that way. That's the way we've been going. That's the way we're going to continue to go.
No, do you need me to cast No Direction? Do you want me to?
The compasses are still working, right? I take my compass out.
Do we have compass?
It spins wildly in all directions.
Okay, well maybe they're not working. Maybe no, maybe we got turned around. Maybe we're not heading east
No
anymore.
direction would be good. Yes, please. Help me.
All right. Good.
Says begrudgingly.
I will cast No Direction.
All right. You reach into your pocket to grab that small scrap of a parchment map, at least 100 years old, that you use to cast this spell.
I thought I could use sand.
You can. I know,
can.
but I was just trying to.
Okay.
I was trying to create a little bit of time so I could say, as you're doing that, something happens. But you're absolutely right. You can't just use your sand, but it ruins the dramatic effect.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're all right. You're 100% right. As you reach for your amulet and begin to rub some sand off of the little octopus on it, you see something in the fog before you can even incant the first word of your spell. And floating sort of in your direction, or maybe you're floating in its direction, is a vessel, a large vessel with 3 masts on it. Its sides, however, are tattered. It is a sail ship. The sails are in tatters, the decks are rotting, frayed ropes burst along their coils, the creaks of beams and the slosh of water in the hull indicate the ship is no longer seaworthy and has taken on a significant amount of water. The foresail has windows that peer within, but you're a little bit below the deck, so you can't really see what might be inside of it. On the side of the vessel is a name that is still quite legible despite the decrepit condition of the ship. and the ship's name is Tower of Rust.
I look at the thing as it approaches our ship. I nudge Nilrum and say, "You ever been on a ghost ship, Nilrum?"
I don't recall I have, Captain. I don't know what happened the last 3 months, but I don't think so yet.
Lost in a fog bank? Ship like this shows up?
Assuming our fish friend, I point at the amulet, sent it for us. Probably a way out?
Could be.
I think we have to check it out.
Inspect the ship. Is there like any obvious markings of like what caused the damage?
Most of the damage looks like rot. It looks like it's just a ship that has been out at sea for far too long and has succumbed to weather and effects and decay.
But it would never be like a ship that's sailing worthy, but it is sailing.
It is floating still.
Floating.
But it definitely looks like it's not in great condition. Like, if somehow you were able to board this ship, which actually wouldn't be hard because you're moving very slowly in its direction and you could just latch on with a couple of hooks. If you were to get on the ship and lift the sails, like the sails wouldn't hold wind. But if you put on new sails, like the whole thing's probably not very seaworthy. Like one storm would probably sink the whole thing. Hell, it might just sink tomorrow. It looks bad. It's, there'd be a death trap to try and pilot this vessel.
I start grabbing some ropes and hooks, and I say, well, either we're meant to go on board, and it's a gift, or it's just an abandoned ship, and there might be treasure on board, so I think we have to check it out. I start, I tie some knots and, start swelling the rope above my head and, go to throw it onto the other ship to latch us to it.
How far is it?
It's maybe 50 feet in front of you. Now the prow is, by the time you've asked this question after examining it for a little bit, the prow is maybe near your prow. You're kind of passing like this.
I'll grab some of the ropes and I'll dimension door up with the ropes to the top to hook it.
Yeah. Nice. Or I can just throw the rope up to you once you're up there.
See, because I get really scared when I use that
Yeah,
spell.
you fucking kill yourself with that spell. You just let me climb up. It's like the one reason I've got all these rope proficiencies.
I go to cast the spell and Captain
better of
stops
it.
me. He's like, this is what I fucking do. This is it. I was like, alright, whatever. Go.
All right. You can latch on to the ship and pull yours aside. The two will sit next to each other in the water nice and calmly. And the four of you, plus your monkey, can climb aboard the ship.
Well, I climb up first, right? And I tie the rope once I get up there to something, sort of looking around. I listen. I use my rope skills to listen to the ship now. Do I hear anything?
You just hear the creaking of beams and the sloshing of water coming from within the hull, but you do see things up here. Now that you've climbed on, and you need to attach more than one rope. Like, you got to have at least two so the boats will stay side by side, but you've only got the one right now, and you're looking around, and you can see there's you're on the main deck, and it rises in the front and the back for the foresail and the aftsail, and there are portholes alongside each of them. The foresail has windows that peer within, and inside is a figure sitting at a table that looks suspiciously like some sort of long dead knight wrapped in full plate mail. Its back is, its front is to you, and you can see a pair of burning lights within the helm. The creature will immediately step up and step to the porthole and bang on the window, but no sound or vibration will reach you or the main deck. It's simply visual of this thing that's clearly not alive, but dressed in armor, pounding on the window.
It doesn't make a noise, though, you said it, just sort of see it.
Yeah, you see what looks like something pounding on the window, but there's no noise and no vibration.
I think I sort of shocked, step back a little bit and then compose myself and Nilrum, throw me up another rope. You guys need to get up here.
I throw another rope and Nilrum will scramble on up.
I start tying, I get all the ropes in place and start tying them so our ship's secure. And then I'll give Nilrum a hand. And then as he if Nilrum's the first up, as I pull him up onto the deck, I say don't look now, but there's something inside the hull. And I pull him up onto the ship. And
No
I
one
do
will
this.
look now.
You see the same thing. There is a creature within this ship. It has a great helm of wrought iron carved in intricate patterns, and where there should be a face and eyes, there's naught but darkness and two burning spots that could be
And
eyes,
it's like
but
just
are not.
rhythmically pounding the door.
It seems to have pounded on the window a few times, these like circular portholes, and has then moved to the door, which has like a nice square window within it, and is trying to get to the doorknob but cannot get out. Appears the door does not open.
I help the whole crew up, Archie and Sail, and I wonder if we should take a break here, because I think Jan is coming.
I think this is a fantastic spot to take our first break, and we'll be back on the other side with a little bit more Tides of Death. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. So, we're on this vessel floating in the water. It's sort of creaking underneath you, and there's this figure through this window who clearly is devoid of life, and he's got these fiery red eyes, and it doesn't look like he's politely asking you to come out, to let him out. He looks like he's trying to break his way out to come kill you, but is somehow trapped in this room.
Let me try something here. Oh, sorry, go on.
This is just what's on the foresail. On the aftsail, there is an oaken door with a still bright finish on it, like it hasn't decayed ever. And where there ought to be a doorknob, there is like a little circular stamp or imprint that has the shape of a palm in it. And the circular imprint seems to be made out of lead or some other sort of dingy gray metal. And there are a pair of lips that are made from wood positioned right where you would put a knocker on the door. The whole ship is apparently unanchored. It doesn't seem to be attached to anything. And you can hear the distant sound of a bell from time to time, but you can't actually see a bell anywhere on the boat.
Does the bell...
Does this door remind me of Aldrich's discriminating door, or is it different?
Aldrich's discriminating door could have many visual formats, right? You could use it on a lot of different things. So it doesn't inherently remind you of that. The lead spot where you would put a hand seems unusual. The lips you would recognize as maybe a magic mouth spell or something like that, or like an apparatus through which a magic mouth spell could act. And that's so the foresail's on the front of the ship, the aftsail's on the back of the ship, and you've got the Death Knight looking thing in the front room, and the back room has no windows, but it has this it's the only thing on the ship that doesn't appear to be completely corroded and broken away.
How tall are the doors?
Average human height, a normal.
So if I enlarged
door,
Archie, he couldn't get through it.
He would have a hard time squeezing through it. Yeah.
Got it.
So I look back and forth between the two. And I'll say, well, got some interesting choices here, lads. We've got a ghost knight or a talking door. I'll leave it up to you to decide.
Well, I've got an idea. And I will reach over to the nearest rotting plank and try to pull on it and see if it breaks away easily.
Your hand sort of breaks through the top of the plank where it's been rotted away, and you can rip up a section of the top, a board seems to be rotted through the middle, and the top of it peels away, but the bottom of the board feels solid still. It doesn't feel like it breaks down.
So it doesn't. So it is actually rotted. It's not magically resisting.
The top of it is rotting and pullable.
Right. Well, there doesn't seem to be much magic holding this place together.
Let's be honest. There's definitely magic here.
Well, there definitely is.
I'll go inspect the back door.
I think.
Yeah.
Spellcraft?
Sure.
Shut up.
Sorry.
I fail.
Yeah, you fail. You take a look at it. You're not really have enough information to make any inferences based on the visual appearance. Usually with spellcraft, you need to see something being cast. With a good enough roll, you might be able to figure out what something is anyway. But part of your inspection of the door brings you close enough to it that the lips begin to move and a voice comes out. A feminine voice speaks out to you. This level is open to apprentices of all orders, white, red, and black.
At least they're inclusive.
I put my hand on the door.
Please
Guess who
show
chose?
your access pass.
The fuck? Access
I'll
pass.
show my spell book.
Hey, listen here, door. I'm the captain of this ship now. So you'll open up, all right? This is my ship. Open up. No, make it open.
This level is open to apprentices of all orders, white, red, and black.
Do you remember in your research, Nilrum, any orders of magical schools?
I don't.
Hey. No, they have something like that over in Solon, don't they?
They do. Nilrum, this is where that archaeology proficiency of yours really comes into play. We are currently living in the Age of Iron. It is the third age of the world, maybe fourth age, depending on how you want to count them. But during the last age, the Age of Might, there were many great schools of magic that were developed. Wizards really flourished here instead of sorcerers or witches or other sources of magic. People managed to figure out a way to harness magic reliably and train people reliably, and there were many great schools, many great towers of magic spread throughout the land to help people access magic. And there were three general orders or schools or classes of magic. Those of the white robes, those of the red robes, and those of the black robes. There were many towers of sorcery spread throughout the land in which people could learn or train or research without fear of reprisal. These were sort of like neutral zones where anyone could show up. Those of the white order were generally wizards who sought magic to help other people out, to make an impact of good in the world. Those of the black robes were usually quite selfish and self-centered with their magic, seeking to expand their particular power. Those of the red order were more magic for the sake of magic, they were more like academics or researchers who would help people or help themselves as long as it sort of furthered their quest for knowledge. Those are the sort of three mindsets that came into it. And with those with these towers, with this society of magic that lived at the time, they encouraged people to be honest with their approach. If you want to help people, wear the white robes, learn the ways of the white robes, and come to these schools in this way. Then if you are a white-robed mage walking down a hallway, you might see a black-robed mage, and that would tell you that that person's really just in it for themselves and they don't give a shit about your common cause. And there's sort of a good and evil and neutral bend to these things, but you could still have evil people in white robes and good people in black robes and whatnot. And this, the level is open to apprentices of all orders, red, white, and black, is clearly a reference to this ancient bygone time. These towers begin to fall apart at the end of the last age. At the end of the Age of Might is when, to oversimplify, is when the structure of these schools fell apart and the three different orders of robes fell apart, and people began to mistrust wizards for all of the terrible things that happened at the end of the last age. So this must be a relic from a bygone time, from at least 1,500 years ago, probably quite a bit more. If this is called the Tower of Rust, this might be related to one of those schools, one of those training areas, one of those neutral places for casters to gather. But it doesn't appear to be kept up. It doesn't appear that anyone still uses this. It might be lost, or it might be some sort of sneaky, dastardly trap to trick bypassing wizards into believing it's some sort of ancient magic, or any other reason that you could come up with.
I assume Nilrum tells us all this, right?
Yeah, I tell everybody that.
After he finishes telling us, I'll turn to him and say, passcode. What was the first spell you ever learned? Maybe that's the test of an apprentice?
Be a cantrip spell, but I don't have that prepared today. I look around, like there's a place to put your hand, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right on the door, like
well-
a place made out of metal, probably lead, it looks like.
I'll say, well, I'm in my black robes, and I'll place my hand there. Nothing.
Nope. Nothing.
Cast
Please
knock?
present. Yes, you cast knock. The knock spell seems to be absorbed by the door. It doesn't actually hit the door. You don't hear any locks opening, and the magic feels funny as it flows through you. Rather than like casting it at something afar, you can almost feel it like being pulled through you, pulled through your hand into this, lead palm print on the door, and the door opens, leading to a down staircase. That kind of goes down and then turns around and would head back down, just like on any other ship.
No, you did it, Nilrum. Good job.
Greatest magician currently to exist. So yes, of course I did it. And I'll
Did you
hold
force
the door.
that open there?
What do you mean force?
With your magic, you do it sometimes. You smash gates open, unlock things.
Oh yeah, I unlocked it with my knock spell, Captain. I'll let the captain in.
Yeah,
And
all right.
others.
Thank you.
Does the door close behind us? Can I keep it ajar?
It doesn't seem to close as everyone walks down to the next, starts to go down the first staircase. There's a landing. The staircase turns around and heads into a deck below. Are you going to stay up and watch the door, or are you going to head down into the deck below?
I'll talk to the door. What is in the next area?
This level is open to apprentices of all
I shut the
orders.
door. I
White.
go.
It goes silent as you shut it.
Can we get Nilrum?
things
Can we
open
get
it
back
from the
out?
back?
Yeah.
There's a knob on the other side.
All right.
And
well,
we will walk down.
hey, before we get into this, are we worried about our friend up there? Didn't seem like he could get through the door.
What is he gonna do? He's not a wizard.
Good point. Okay. All right, I'll go first since it is my ship. I barge past sail to the front of the line and start going down the stairs.
You hit the landing, you take a turn, you go down to the next area where you can see an impossibly wide and long room. From the top deck, the ship is only about 40 feet across, but when you're down in this room, the width is easily 100 feet across. There's no way this is actually the proper floor for the ship above. It is decorated with pen, paper, ink, sand, and many basic spell components. There's food and flowers scattered across tables all over the place, but they are long rotted away, as are most of the pages of paper. Candelabras adorned with what appear to be mundane candles in various states of burn dot the room, piles of melted wax under each one of them.
Are there any pieces
Now
of paper
this-
not ruined?
You'll have to explore the room to find out.
I'm the first down, so I say, now this is a ship built for a pirate king. Look at this place. Down, we could do some work with this. No, come and look at this. Archie, get down here. I move out the way to let them past down the stairs.
So you put
Oh, yeah,
them,
yeah.
you make them go down first, is what I'm hearing.
No, I go down first. I go
Okay,
down first.
okay,
But once I'm down there, I make space so they can come down.
Gotcha.
Nilrum's eyes will fill with wonder and he'll immediately start looking for pieces of paper that haven't like rotted away, because in his
Mhm.
mind that would be scrolls
Mhm.
or spell books. So yeah, he's gonna just start going through the papers and seeing if he can find anything in this room.
Yeah, there are comfortable chairs all over the place. There's little writing desks, small candles like next to them, so you could like light a candle and sit and read things. There's tables and cupboards with glasses and plates and silverware scattered in them. Everything's covered with a thin layer of dust. The candles are all sort of blown out, but some of them are brand new, some of them have burned for a long time. Large piles of wax everywhere. The far side of the room is adorned with another door with a lead handprint and lips within it. And as the party begins to spread out and examine this place, I need somebody to roll surprise for the party. Give me a A 1d10, John. You're the captain.
Don't make Nick
Yeah.
roll it.
Oh, because we need to roll low here, I think, right? So it's good.
True.
You roll the opposite. Bro. That's the problem.
This is great. You are not surprised. You are
Oh,
the
I
exact
got it wrong.
opposite of surprised. Yes.
Can we talk about what happened there? I tricked my own
You
internal
tricked
luck
your own
meter.
intellect. Brilliant.
Yeah, that was good.
Yes. Appearing out of thin air, and we'll have to roll initiative, are a trio of 15-foot wide spiders.
The fuck, Neil?
Roll for initiative.
Archie.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh,
Absolutely.
you said this room is infinitely wide. How
No,
tall
it's
is the room?
100 feet wide, not
Oh, okay.
infinitely.
Is it
yeah.
like 20 feet ceilings or like 10 feet ceilings?
It's like 15-foot ceilings, yeah.
So I can enlarge Archie here.
Yeah, you could enlarge Archie. He doesn't have to swing a sword, so it'd be fine. If he had to swing a sword, he would have a lot of trouble, but with his fists, not a problem.
I'll put my hand on Archie and tell him to delay his initiative until I'm done with my spell.
All right.
I'm tactically going to go last. So I can
For
react.
stuff like that, Koibu, if I'm doing a spell, I feel like Archie should go at my initiative plus whatever he rolls. Not even just for this, but just for like future spell casting, I feel like would make more sense. If I'm casting
Yeah.
a buff on someone and they can't move, I feel like they should still have to roll into their initiative, but just add a bonus of whatever it is. We don't have to go with it for now. I think that would be an easy way to go about it.
Yeah. There are more granular rules for initiative. The Combat and Tactics has some interesting procedural rules that cover exactly what you're talking about, where
Yeah.
you've got like your initiative is broken into phases, and if you're going to wait for someone to do something, then your thing happens on the next phase.
Oh, okay. I never started that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's too complicated though.
That's
But you could
very
what you could do is you could let Archie roll his D10, and if it's like it's bound by Moot's roll, so he can't get lower than Moot.
Oh,
But if he gets lower than him, then he just goes at his initiative plus whatever his weapon speed is. So like say his weapon speed is 4 and Moot rolls an 8, he'd go at 12. But if he rolls a 10, giving himself a 14, then he'd just go at 14
14.
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, any of these will do fine for me. There is a lack of great spider tokens, surprisingly. So don't
think
laugh
that,
at
eh?
my spider tokens, okay? They're cool, guys. They're cool, not dumb.
And this is like these are like phantasmal spiders. It seems like
They have
they have like a
appeared.
ghostly glow to them.
No, they look very solid.
Okay.
They look very, very solid. Shut up. They're cool
Sorry.
spiders. They're very
How can that
cool.
be? Sorry, how can that be the only spider token?
I've
I don't
seen a
believe
better
that.
spider token.
It's-
Yeah,
I've
me
seen
too.
you use a better spider
It's not, but the other spider tokens are more hairy, and these spiders are sort of like slick, and they don't have like little hairs coming off of them. They look a little bit bizarre. They look a little bit like ethereal, or a little bit extra dimensional. They've got like tight hides that cling to them, and barbed feet, of course, but they don't have that like genuine spider vibe. They've got that like, what the fuck is this spider vibe? And there are 3 of them. I have.
I don't think I can drag tokens, but I've got like better spiders in my. And I don't have many subscription sets, but what else?
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 spider boys.
Literally spider boys. They look like they should be in Tekken 5.
Yeah, they don't actually. The spiders you're facing don't have these humanoid faces. Okay, just don't laugh at my tokens. I'm very sensitive.
God, I only have 21 HP.
That's unlucky. I've only got 25. And I'm a fucking fighter.
Yeah, true.
No.
Yeah.
So these creatures do get to go first. You see them on their initiative as they appear into existence, and so they will get attacks, and then y'all will follow in ascending order. So the first spider creature, the party's kind of spread out a little bit on this ship. I don't think everyone's too terribly far apart from one another, but the first one will immediately throw itself at Captain John Winters.
Literally, of course.
He's undead.
Yeah.
The other two then leap over the rest of the party and attack me from behind.
Taking opportunity attacks.
Yeah. Since you rolled a 10, you are able to turn in time to see this creature, but it actually did appear behind you. Your 10, your perfect surprise roll will give you the opportunity to turn around before this hits.
Nobody sneaks up on Captain John Winters. You know that.
Everyone
knows that.
Is that an experience point?
Is
that what's happening?
I don't think chat can
That's
see
it.
it for some reason.
Oh, yeah. What's going
That
on?
is gonna be a hit. I'm assuming we've got our
There we
armor
go.
spell back. I've got
Yes.
15
Yeah,
AC, so
probably.
that's gonna hit me.
Yes. Everyone's at full HP. You've got all your normal stuff. 21 will hit you. Make me a saving throw versus poison at -2.
Okay, -2 from this. Come on, roll 20. Don't do this to me. Yes! Every roll has been a max roll. I've rolled two 10s and a 20.
That
Let's fucking
is
go.
fucking fantastic, dude. You're fine. You don't take any damage from that, but you do take damage from the bite. The bite still does 1d6 to you. 4 points of damage as the first spider, sinks its teeth into you, Captain John.
I laugh at 4 points of damage.
Isn't that like a quarter of your HP?
No. Come on.
Okay.
It's like a sixth.
All right. The next phase spider will throw itself at good old Archie boy over here with a...
I'd like to cast a free block.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, I get a free block.
First roll of the day, nat 20. Let's fucking go.
The spider's face...
Roll below like 16? I can't remember.
Yep,
Yeah, that's no good.
This
No
is
good.
not a block. But I
It's
just,
not.
I just can't help myself. I can't help myself.
Archie goes to block the spider. It misses. The spider's teeth misses Archie, but he still like smashes into the spider with a shove, and the spider skitters to the side a little bit. Its attack completely missing him. Our third and final attack of the day will go at the cleric of the party with an 18 to hit.
That is a hit.
Excellent. Give me a saving throw versus poison at -2.
-2. Paralyzed, poison, death. So whatever that is, -2.
Ooh, that is actually going to be a failure. So you're going to take 4 points of damage from the bite, and you're going to take another
Well, 2d6.
7 points of damage on a
Holy
pretty
shit,
bad
good
roll.
Neil. Good roll, Neil.
From the poison that begins to sink into your system and rot you from the inside out, leaving Archie and Sail. Wait, no, there's 2 winters here, and there's no Nilrum. Where's the Nilrum?
Oh, I got 8, sorry.
You're good. 8.
plus-
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay. So Archie, you're waiting to be enlarged, I think, and Nilrum or Sail, you're gonna take your turn.
Interrupted. I was casting hesitation. I think I did that, right?
Ooh, I actually... Okay, it's fine. You were going to cast Hesitation. And the casting time for Hesitation is normally 2. In this situation, you find that the casting time for Hesitation is 1, unusually. It's interrupted, so it doesn't matter in this situation, but your casting time for all of your spells are going to be in the same units, but just 1. So if your casting time is 1 through 10, your casting time is 1. If your casting time is like 3 rounds, the casting time is 1 round. If the casting time is 10 turns, the casting time is now 1 turn.
Oh,
Interesting.
that is quite powerful.
Yes, Nilrum, you'll get your spell off. You will enlarge Archie, and he will become big Archie, and he can take his turn.
Wham, wham, wham.
Archie smash. That's it.
Archie will fucking smash the spider, Neil.
He's 70% bigger.
Well, let's see you smash. That does it. Yep, your fist comes slamming into the creature with
So 6 damage.
6 plus the one plus 1, 7
1.
damage. Now,
Yeah.
And
left hand is a hit.
Nice.
Damn.
Damn. Oh.
or also 7 damage. Alrighty.
He's done better.
Leaving us with the captain.
Yes, I will kill my spider. All right, let's go. 18
You stab it right through the thorax.
for 4 damage.
Excellent. Do you have an offhand with the dagger?
Yeah, that's gonna miss. Yep.
Yep. Whoosh, missing entirely. And at the end of the round, the spiders disappear and vanish.
I know this trick. They ain't vanished.
No, they're gone. It's over. They're gone.
Okay, I need to roll a wisdom check here. Hang on. Okay, never mind. Huh. Must have been some sort of illusion spell or something. At least it's over now. And they're definitely not coming back. Let's carry on exploring.
Nilrum will wait around. He'll be cautious for that entire round. Probably parrying.
Mm-hmm.
Am I still taking poison damage? Because I will use a neutralize poison scroll if I am.
No, the poison, it's not a trickle. It's just a single rot across your body.
Okay.
But it does take place immediately. Oftentimes, poisons will have a long onset time in which they can be interrupted, but these have instant effect poisons.
Interesting. That's very rare, I imagine.
Yes. It's an indication of their strength.
I start looking through the table for like any silver cutlery or gold cutlery or anything that might be silver or gold.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
left?
You go over to those cupboards where there's like dishes and plates and stuff, and you open it up, and there are these there's plates everywhere, these fine glasses, there's carafes with booze in them, and you go to pull the
Jackpot.
drawers to find all the silver, and find that someone has already taken it. These drawers, one after another, they've got little slots for silverware to go. Like they've got the fork shape and the spoon shaped holder, and not a lick of silver as you go from thing to thing. Even the candelabras that are remaining seem to be made out of wood. You can find like scattered candles on the ground where there was probably like a candlestick made of silver where someone just like chucked the candle off and grabbed the silver and ran.
Yeah, I
Nilrum-
start like going through the drawers, like pulling stuff out, throwing it around.
Yeah, you find some papers and you dig underneath them, and as you lift them, they like crumble underneath your fingers, and you don't find any silver. You get the impression this room has been looted by prospective pirates before.
Pirates are looking for silver and gold, not, however, for books. And
Well, let's hope there's something down here because there's no money.
so I will keep looking.
Yeah. The party
think
spreads
I'll-
out to search the room, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think I probably make my way over to the next door.
I am randomly stabbing the air to see if I can find wherever they went.
Um,
What the fuck? What the fuck?
what are you doing, Archie?
What the fuck happened? I'm just Archie's.
He's
very-
looking for spiders.
He's like checking the ceiling.
Good idea. As I see Archie look up to the ceiling, I gulp and look up.
Just nice, rotting arch beams and planks that would lead to the deck above, if it made any sense, because this room's 100 feet across and the deck above is only 40 feet across. So what are those extra planks? Where did they come from? How does that even work? As you make it to the other side to look at the other door, you hear the door say, as the lips move, "The following deck is restricted to journeymen of all orders, white, red, and black. Please be reminded that all entryways are warded, and the removal of materials from the following floors will result in permanent dismissal."
Nilrum, get this one open. It said journeyman. Maybe you got to cast a better spell on it.
I will keep looking at my papers. Do I see anything as I walk towards the captain?
No, the whole place looks like it's definitely been gone through. There's like some section of paper, but it's all crumbled away. And there's like a bag of ponce, that sort of sand that you would put on wet ink to like dry it up really quickly. And it's like sitting on a stack of papers, but clearly someone has like tried to pull them out once before, because all the papers are like ripped except for the papers that are directly underneath that little sack of sand. And you can see there's papyrus fibers on the ground, scraps everywhere.
I'll cast a second level spell at the door. Deep Pockets. Does it do anything?
Great. No, it does not. But, however, roll me a surprise check. 1d10. Because appearing out of nowhere.
8.
Yeah, 8. Excellent. The spiders will reappear on this round, many rounds after they vanished, and they will attack. You did not roll a perfect score, and so they will get to appear directly behind each of their targets with a +4 to hit on their attacks.
I hope they don't attack Nilrum.
Well, they are. Nilrum is definitely the first one that they're going for. Here you go, Nilrum. A 15 from behind.
It's gonna get him.
If it's from behind, then it's a hit. Yeah.
Yeah, so 1d6 for damage, and give me a saving
PVD?
throw versus poison. Yes, at -2.
Then it's a fail.
This is dangerous. This is on average. This might put you to 0, just below. If you nil rolls well. That's rolling
13.
just under well. I think you're good. Yeah.
You would have
I'm at
taken
1.
18. You would have taken 18 damage out of 21, so you should be at 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah. The second spider will... I should bring them back to the same layer. Will appear right next to you, Nilrum. Sort of, you and John are by the door, and one appeared behind you, and one's appearing behind John. And they're big spiders, so they're like pretty far on the flanks of the doors, but definitely coming from behind and with the surprise. And it will attack John for this from behind. 16, I believe, will hit you.
Yep.
Excellent. And give me that saving throw versus versus poison, please.
Passed.
Even at -2. Good job. You'll just take 6 points of damage as the fangs rip into you. And on the far side of the room, away from the giant Archie who's like looking around, near Sale who's like stabbing into the air, and the spider appears out of nowhere from behind you, Sale, with a 1d20 +5 +4 for back attack, a 21, which will hit you for 5 points of damage and a saving throw versus poison.
2 seconds. Let me pull up my character sheet so I can tap.
You can't get hit again, mate.
Yeah, that would be true.
If you fail the poison check, you're probably dead. Like dead. -10 dead.
That's a -2. Is that a success?
It is a success. You are good. You resist the poison before it can flow into your bodies. And the remaining party members, roll me initiative.
Knows what to do.
Kill him, Archie.
I don't know where the other spider is, I guess, out of game, but do I think I can get a lightning bolt to 2 of them?
So there's, if you turn around, right, there's 2 of them right next to you. You wouldn't be able to lightning bolt those 2. But if you're willing to bounce your lightning bolt off of the side of this rotting ship, you might be able to hit one and bounce it over near the spider near Sail. But I don't know if you think it's a good idea to hit the side of the floating ghost ship with a lightning bolt.
It'll just smash through the side of the ship, won't it?
Yeah.
Probably set it
The
on
room
fire.
is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, and it's clearly a pretty magical place.
That'd not be good, yeah.
Who knows what could happen? But
If
I'm a
I
nice DM. I probably wouldn't do anything terrible to you.
Can I lightning bolt? So it's behind me and the door's in front of me, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I will just then instead cast magic missile.
Excellent. All right. First is Archie, unsurprisingly.
I will punch whatever spider is closest to me.
That's the one that is near Sail.
Well, actually, would I be able to identify the one that I punched earlier? I've touched it with my fist. I can recognize it, Neil.
Yeah,
It's
you
got fucking
can.
dents in it.
The one that you hit earlier is right next to Nilrum. It's gone from the big target to the smallest target around, and it's on the other side of the room. You'd have to like run across to get to it, and you'd have to leave Sail by himself fighting a spider on the far side of the chamber.
I think I have to save Nilrum here. He looks pretty bad.
All right. You go. You can run up behind the spider. You get a +2 to hit because its back is to you since it's fighting Nilrum. And you will critical the
that's a crit,
shit out of the spider. Yeah. So
Plus
5 times
enlarged
1.7, is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's the 1 turns into a 2, and the 4 turns into a 7, I think.
Well, it's a crit, so we add them together. So it's
Oh,
5.
that's true. Yeah, you do add them together.
So
yeah.
and it rounds up, so that's 9
Yeah.
plus 5 is 14 points of damage.
Yeah.
Excellent. Almost killing the spider. You get past these large legs, you find the thorax, and I think Archie just like smashes it, and it begins to like crack, and goo seeps out all over the floor.
And
Second attack.
Left hand.
It's it again. Nice.
Jesus.
It's fucked.
Yep, that'll do it. You break the spider's thorax, and it splats to the ground. Pus
Fucking
and
rip it apart.
goo
Done,
going
dude.
everywhere. Sail. There's one
I
spider
go at
against
2.
you.
I fucking.
Yeah, no, it's
Nilrum and Sail.
next.
I'll do 44 plus 4 at John's spider, the one near him.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Nice.
Sail.
I will attempt to stab my spider with my +2 dagger.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be.
Wouldn't you know it? This +2 dagger in your hands right now is now a +4 dagger. So that is actually a 12 to hit, which is still a miss.
Mitchell.
But
Mitchell miss.
yeah, sorry.
Good for Nick.
Is that +4 damage and to hit?
Yes,
Yeah.
the little Rohi wrapped around your amulet on your neck is seeming to have a dramatic effect on at least this Rohi aligned item and on your Rohi aligned spells.
Damn.
Amazing.
Oh, I thought it was the ship that was doing that. Holy shit.
I
Wait,
could
so
be
that means
lying
you're
to
gonna be able
you.
Cast... Well, if it's the amulet, you could be casting 1 lightning bolt from Core Lightning a round, which is insane. Okay, I roll to hit. Do I get a +2 on my roll, Neil?
You no.
So Archie is
it's-
extra not afraid of.
So it is the
things
amulet.
now.
Does it hit?
Yes, 13 is the number to roll,
For 9 damage.
which will gooify your creature as well. And before
I
Archie
will
can
then-
get in his second round of attacks, oh, go ahead. You have an offhand?
I have an offhand. I will now launch my dagger across the room at the back of Sail Spider.
Yeah.
So that will give me a +2 to hit, right?
Yes.
14
That'll do.
for 4 damage.
Excellent. It hits the spider, who phases out of
Does the dagger go
existence.
with him?
No, the dagger stays.
I think at the end of the round, because I haven't moved, John will like jump onto the table and like run across the room, do a fucking diving roll to grab the dagger off the floor, and then stand up with his back against the
Well,
wall.
I don't know if the dagger
No.
is
The
still
dagger's
there.
still there. Yeah. The creature phases. The dagger stays behind, and the ship is just creaky boards and sloshing water once more.
Back's against the wall. And I like
Cover me. Nilrum says as he pulls out a potion.
Is this a potion or a salve?
Potion.
Mm.
nice.
2d4 plus 2. I will drink 1.
Don't drink 2.
I'll bring
Don't
you to
drink 2.
9.
I got 4 left.
Damn, where did we get 5 potions from?
I had 5 though.
Holy shit. Well, maybe you can drink another one then, but I mean,
Yeah.
They're
I'm gonna
pretty-
drink 1 more.
Sail, you're on the other side of the room from everyone. What are you doing?
no, I'm next to him.
Okay, sorry. The two of you are on the other side of the room from Archie and Nilrum.
No, I think
Sorry,
everyone...
my zoned out slightly. What I would probably do is tell people to like gather up together so that we can cover
Yeah.
each other, especially
Okay.
Nilrum.
Yeah, everyone gathers
Nilrum's gonna
around
be, like,
Nilrum
in
near the
back,
door.
At like the back of the door or whatever, and then these 3
Yeah,
are gonna
okay.
be probably
Around
surrounding
you.
him. Yeah.
I would say the best thing to do is to have Nilrum in the middle of the room, and one of us is literally back to back to him, so he cannot be like attacked from the back.
But I think he's by the door, so
I'm by the door, so you're
There's a
3
wall.
huddling me.
Well, I'm thinking like if these are spiders, they could like appear on the wall and then just
Yes, yeah.
spike down onto him. So like it's better if we're like a tripod around him.
We'll go to the middle, and it'll be 3 around me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
okay.
You can.
I mean, I expect this thing won't turn back up.
Are the corpses here and like interactable?
Absolutely. They're just laying there, letting their goo flow out all over the floorboards.
And roughly how many rounds did it take for them to reappear?
Maybe 2?
I'll say we should wait like a few minutes, guys.
Yeah.
Wait a few
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah. The minutes tick
Cool.
by, and we should take our break. See you guys on the other side.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. All right, you're in the room. A few minutes pass. There's not but the sloshing of water, the creaking of decks, the breathing of our people.
I don't think it's coming back. It was basically dead. Its friends are gone. It's probably licking its wounds. Let's get through that next door, Nilrum.
I'll turn to John and I'll say, are they dead? We've seen things come to life before.
I'll go make sure if you're so worried.
Follow me to the door. Just hold my back.
Yeah. Let's go.
The party moves to the door, pushing past the two dead corpses of 15 foot wide. That includes their leg span spiders. And as you approach the door, the lips move once more. The following deck is restricted to journeymen of all orders: white, red, and black. Please be reminded that all entryways are warded, and the removal of materials from the following floors will result in permanent dismissal.
Did any of you take anything from one of the following floors?
Which floors?
This one or the one above?
It says following. That's the floors beyond the
Archie,
door.
Pats down his pockets, but he doesn't find
Normal.
anything.
Of course, yeah, following. I will cast a lightning bolt into the door,
Okay, I get
like
out
with
the
my
way.
palm pressed to it. It
Yeah.
sounds like the magic flows through and out. It just wants the spell level. So I'll cast a third level spell at it.
It works very well. Lightning bolt does require some complicated gestures. You can do them with just one hand, though, and with your other hand on the palm mark, the right hand palm mark, and the magic very easily flows through your hand and into the lead block into the door, and the door opens smoothly. Beyond is a room, a small room, only 15 by 20, with another door at the end. This one with an 8-sided dial upon it. And immediately, MrMouton, you can tell that each one of the symbols on this dial stands for a school of magic. Abjuration, alteration, divination, conjuration, enchantment, invocation, illusion, and necromancy.
What else is in this room?
The middle of the room contains a large table marked with fingernail scrapes under a chandelier. Paintings are molded by the salt air. A glass cupboard filled with richly adorned glassware and broken bottles stands against one wall. Portholes line the walls, giving sight to either side of the ship. An old stone sits on a pile of ruined papers. A waste paper basket sits near a brass hearth, and what was once a pile of timber, now naught but rot.
Is this room also impossibly wide, or does it feel
Other
like we
way
shrunk
around.
again?
The room behind you, this doesn't like go down a floor.
Yeah.
This is just one room after another. You look behind you, and it's 100 feet wide with like some portholes, and then you look in this room, and it's only like 15 feet wide with portholes.
And the boat's wider than 15 foot.
Yeah, the boat's 40 feet at the top layer, so clearly there's
Crazy.
some sort of spatial warping magic happening in this zone.
Okay.
And there's
What
another
now?
door at the end.
Yeah, there's another door, and this one has like a little dial that can be turned.
Anything in this room of interest or no? No one
No.
will search the room, and as we go past it.
No, it's just breaking glass and a burned out fireplace.
Yeah.
You know,
as the
I
last-
searched through the wastebasket, Neil. There's nothing important in there.
No, everything seems to be rotted. There's a painting, but it's like molded beyond recognition. There's no way to tell what it could have once
I
been.
throw all the paintings off the wall to see if check for like secret
Yeah.
compartments behind them.
There are no secret compartments behind them, but their frames break and their canvas tears rather easily as you take them off the walls and chuck them around.
What were they off? Like wizards?
The mold on them is too
Okay,
much.
oh,
It's
so.
just been lost by time. But the door, as the last person enters, does close by itself. That led in here. There's a doorknob. It looks like it would be easy to open and walk out of.
Archie, can you try the doorknob?
Archie will try the doorknob.
Yeah, you turn it and it opens, and you can see the room beyond. The spider corpses are still there. All the tables and chairs and soft little cozy spots and candelabras and
I'll go-
candles.
To the middle of the room. Did you say there was dimensionalism or no?
No. Dimensionalism is an unusual school. It's not part of the 8 main schools of magic that were taught in ages past. Dimensionalism was sort of an offshoot that was developed later in time and never fully ingrained itself with the greater systems of magic before the Age of Might fell.
And I can like move the dais, right?
Yeah, you feel like you could, twist it and turn it in different directions. It looks like it's meant to rotate. Right now, it's sort of set between 2 schools. It's set between abjuration and necromancy. But as you're looking at this, I think someone in the room will speak up, because fading into existence, more slowly than the phase spiders, which just like blinked into existence, come these long, shapeless forms of men or women in robes. One is in a red robe, one is in a black robe, and they have ghostly appearances to them. They appear to be wraiths. And we should all roll for initiative right now. And as we're rolling, John, something unusual happens for you. You can see that these wraiths are bound by a cord that like emanates from their back. You can see the cords binding the bodies of the undead to their tormented souls. See, in this context, is kind of abstract. The cord is not a physical cord, but a spiritual connection. It exists in space, but it's out of phase in another plane. And you see this thing that's quite unusual. No one else sees this. You just see like wraithy figures.
Down, or where does the cord go?
I'm trying to see as like an abstract thing. Like it doesn't really. It's not like it goes from them into the wall.
That there's a cord attached to their backs.
Yeah, you're sort of. It's like an extra, another layer of perception that doesn't really mix well with the physical space here. And there's a cord that leaves from them, and you can see that it connects this physical manifestation of their tormented body to their tormented souls, wherever their souls may lay.
So when you say, do I just know that it's connected to their souls?
Yeah. You see it, right? You can tell the connection is there. It is.
Do I see their souls? Sorry to be specific.
Yeah.
Right.
Essentially.
So where are they? Just somewhere else in the room.
No, they're
floating?
in the realm of souls on the moon, in the afterlife, in the undead world, and tied to their
I feel like I could
physical.
cut the cord?
You feel like you could grab onto the cord and either attempt to dominate the creatures, overpowering the connection between their body and their soul, forcing them to obey your subjugation, or that you could break the cord, perhaps, and release the body from the spirit and let the spirit rest permanently. And you should roll, if you're going to interact with them in this way, other than normal combat, your initiative will be 3. And everybody that hasn't rolled initiative, please do so. And a wraith token.
Bum, 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 bum.
Here we go.
Ooh.
We will have a pair of these tormented undead wraiths that send a chill through the air. And they have... excellent. Here we go. They have this much HP. Excellent. And they will each roll initiative.
Just heads up for Potato and Pokemon here. Raids level drain. So just,
Yeah, don't let them touch you.
Yeah.
Well, Archie would know that, so.
Yeah, but just saying, as players, like, raids are scary as fuck.
Captain John Winters, you are the first one as these creatures like fade into existence with enough time for you to react appropriately.
I am sort of drawn to this cord from the one on the right, and I draw my weapon slowly and walk towards it, but my eyes drifting upwards above its head to this cord above it. And I will feint an attack with my dagger and sidestep to the right and try and grab hold of this cord with my right hand.
Excellent. Your ability to grab hold of this cord with your hand is going to be dependent upon your level. I just need my book over here. You are essentially going to be making a turn undead roll to attempt to grab onto one of these things and either dominate it or release it as you desire. You're a 7th level rogue, I believe?
I think 6th level rogue, 6th level fighter.
Excellent. Well, roll me a 1d20, and you want a 13 or higher on your d20.
Nice.
That'll do it. You can grab onto this cord and exert your force. Now, are you trying to subjugate this creature who's clearly like suffering and tormented and bind it to your will? Or are you here to release this creature from its terror and its pain and suffering?
I think John is more concerned with the survival of his crew than the suffering of these wraiths, and will instead. So I think when he grabs hold of it, maybe he starts to feel like a little bit of the life energy of the wraith coming through the cord and into him. And he's going to try and just like force his life energy into the connection in an attempt to dominate the wraith.
All right, well, the 17 will do it. And the wraith on the right side will stop its motion and begin to lay very still for a moment before turning its back to you and facing the other one.
Yeah.
Nilrum, it's your turn.
I will magic missile the wraith that John is not holding a hold of.
Yep.
12.
Then 12 damage will rip through the spectral form, shedding it, making it wither before your eyes. Archie, this thing doesn't really have a physical body. What are you going to do?
I'm still gonna try to punch it, Neil.
Wow, a rare miss.
Yeah, a rare miss indeed.
Okay.
Whoosh, to the side.
Fist number 1. You got 2.
Yep.
Fist number 2. That'll do
there
it.
we go.
Your hand solidifies with the creature, holding onto it tight, well, smashing into it, breaking part of its form apart. Roll me some damage.
This is a
He's
crit
still
too, with
enlarged, right?
16 plus.
Yes, it is a crit. And I do believe he's still enlarged. Enlarged is like 5 rounds per level.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
So 9 times 1.7.
Yes, 9 times 1.7 plus 5. That's 16 plus 5 is 21 damage, and Archie will obliterate the remaining wraith,
God damn.
leaving
Did I just
Sail
punch a ghost? Oh.
with this thing here, this wraith that John has reached out and grabbed onto, and you can like see John physically reaching into the creature, and then the creature like turning its back to John, almost in a protective, aligning way.
My instinct is to rush and attack it, but like upon seeing John with his hand in it, I'm like, John, what are you doing? I'm approaching.
I think. Am I like in a trance or something, or am I?
No. It takes the full round for you to exert your will on this creature, and I think you probably are going to stand there shocked and awed that you have grabbed onto the soul of another person and you have like tied their soul to your own in some way.
I think I just don't say anything as I like look at Sail as he approaches. Maybe I start to make the wraith twitch as he gets closer.
You can't really make the wraith twitch. There's not like a mental command that you can issue it.
Oh, okay.
It seems to be attached to you in some way, shape, or form, but it's not like a telepathic control. You'll have to experiment to figure out how this works.
Okay. Sail, don't attack it. It's mine.
I'll back away. It's yours. What do you mean it's yours?
I don't know. I could see it. It's I can't explain it. I grabbed its soul.
You grabbed its soul?
You don't
Don't
see?
grab mine. Listen,
Hey, you got a
You
soul
know.
now, Captain.
I can see your soul now that I think about it. It's weak.
you're freaking
Right.
me out, Captain. What are you talking about?
Not yours, Nilrum. You burn brightly. I think I take like a few steps back away from the group and say, I'm not sure. This place is strange. I think there's
I'll go and check the dial, I guess, in the middle as the captain holds his wraith. The wraith's still there?
Wraith is still there, standing right next to the captain, not moving, not going anywhere, not doing anything. You get to the dial, and the lips move once more, saying, "The following deck is restricted." No, wait, nope, never mind. That's the
no,
previous door.
this one doesn't speak right.
There's a dial.
Eight
In the middle
schools
of the room.
magic.
It's in between abjuration and necromancy right now. Can I turn it to be towards enchantment? Does anything happen?
Let me just read my notes here for a moment. No, you can click it to enchantment, but nothing happens right away.
Okay. I'll shrug. I'll click it around. Everything but
Click,
necromancy.
click, 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 click. Yeah, you click it all the way to the to just before the necromancy, all the way from abjuration to illusion, and then you can click it back if you want, or wherever you want.
I'll leave it on illusion and I'll go to the door.
It's closed. Doesn't open.
I'll open it.
No, doesn't open.
Is there a dial on the door or something? I thought you said that there was something on the door at the end.
There is still a small little handprint on the wall.
Can I put
yeah.
my hand into it?
Yep, you can put your hand into it, and the dial is above that. There are no lips on this door.
Hand to it and the dial is above. So the dial that I'm clicking that goes between necromancy and whatnot is above it or something else?
Sorry. Let me rephrase this. I'm mixing up my two notes here. So you've got the door that you entered in through, the room with the table and the wraiths that appeared, and on the far end there's another door. There is a handprint in the same place that the others have been, where a doorknob would be. There are a pair of lips above, and there is the dial just above the handprint with the 8 schools of magic. And as you click the dial to a place, the door speaks up, saying, "All tools and reagents are property of the Archmage. Any scrolls, potions, or items made in practice or research are property of the Archmage. Removal is prohibited." And when you click it to a school, it doesn't actually do anything. It just clicks.
I'll ask, who is the Archmage? It just speaks
Arc
again.
Ferris runs this tower.
I feel like I was taught a spell by that guy.
Yeah, that's the guy from the start, right?
Yeah.
That was his lab.
his
that-
lab.
We were tracing his
We're
apprentice.
in the Farron Empire, right?
We were in Ferris's lab, correct?
Yeah. But we were following his apprentice's clues, I think.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And Sale is right. The Dardennes is the original spot of the Farron Empire before it grew and conquered half the world. It's long destroyed by now, but once upon a time, this was the heart of the great Farron Empire.
Is Leomund? I'll talk to the door. Is Leomund around?
The door does not respond.
How do I get approval into the next room?
The door does not respond.
I'll cast Dimension Door onto the door.
Yes.
Turn the dial to the right school first.
You had it on illusion, I believe.
Well,
You can
if I
have set it to
turn
whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn it to Alteration, which I think is the correct one for Dimension Door.
The door opens,
Nice.
and there is a set of staircase that goes down, a little platform, and then a staircase that turns back again, leading down to what would be the the third subfloor.
I'm guessing that it's a different room for every single school of magic.
Yeah. So what's this?
Follow me, and Nilrum will lead the way this time.
All right. You head down and down. The door shuts behind you. There's a doorknob on the backside. So
Oh
it's
wait,
easy to open.
as I walk, does the wraith follow me?
Nope.
Can I try and will it to follow me?
You can try to will it, but it does not respond.
Is its cord still there?
Yes.
Can I grab it and drag it with me?
You can grab it, but you can't drag its physical body. You can like bend the cord out of space, but it just, changes the direction that the cord goes. The cord is sort of seemingly infinite and can be stretched or contracted, but does not pull on the creature itself.
Oh yeah, I let the crew go down the
command
stairs a
it,
little bit. Yeah, I think as you guys walk down the stairs, I turn around to look the thing in the face and say, "Follow me."
It will begin to follow you. But as you turn back to the door has already shut, and the 3 other crew members are down on the floor below without you. But the wraith does follow you.
I bang on the door.
You guys don't hear the banging. You don't hear the banging at all. But
in his excitedness, probably hurries down the doorsteps. I don't know what the others do, but
Whoever's at the back of the party, Archie would probably be acutely aware of where John is.
I would assume.
I think Archie heads down the stairs. You hear the door shut. You look back, and there's the doorknob, but the captain didn't follow you.
Huh.
Do you fuck with the dial at all, Captain?
Well, I don't think you guys can hear me, but I'll do something when I've got some time on my own.
We'll check back with him. Sounds like Nilrum's going down, Sail's going down. Archie, you realize Captain's not with you, but he does have a new best friend, so is he safe?
I would try to probably find the captain. I don't know.
No, you can head back up to the door. It has a knob.
Yep. I'll try to follow him.
Yeah, you open it, and there's the captain standing right there.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
Archie, thank you.
What's going on here, Captain? What are you doing?
Sorry, let's go. After you.
All right, I'll go first.
Down
follow.
below, there is a very large room with broken tables and beds and a cracked mirror. There are reagents of all types scattered throughout here. And Nilrum, you know quite a bit about magic and its research and its components. You worked as an apprentice for someone. You spent your early days going out and buying or finding reagents and components for spells and spell research. And you can see that there's probably 1,000 or 10,000 gold worth of miscellaneous reagents scattered about down here. There is a book, or there are shelves with books and stuff that haven't quite been rotted from time. Yeah. And soon the whole party is down here on this, 40 by 60 foot room. There are no other doors exiting from it.
I'll check the books. Is there anything of interest?
Yes, there are many books on topics of magic, but there is one that strikes you as fascinating. It is called Ark Moffett's Guide to the Spatially Impossible.
Nice.
Do I have time to check it out?
Yeah, you can pull it off and flip through it, and there's a little bit of a foreword, and the foreword talks at length about how this book is a guide to the spatial realities and how to shrink space in other space.
Nice.
I think Norm will find that incredibly interesting, and he'll put it into his deep pockets robe.
It's a full book. I don't think it'll fit into
it's like
the
a big
pockets
book,
of your
it won't
robe.
fit
Yeah,
into
you'll have to
one of the
carry it in your
pockets.
arms. It's like, it's like the width of a keyboard. It's a big old book. The tome, we could call it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember if you can make the pockets certain sizes.
I don't think they're tome-sized.
Yeah, probably. Probably
Yeah.
not.
I think you could feed a rope down into the pocket, but you couldn't, shove a person.
Oh, a person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I will. Sail, brother, will you carry this for me, and I'll just kind of hand him the book, and I'll probably stack a few other interesting books that aren't rotting messes of trash.
Yeah, there are a few other
Sure.
things in here that might be interesting to you. There's a book called Pseudo Magic: A Wizard's Journey into the Weird World of Science. There's a
He
book.
leaves that.
There's a book called Great Heroes and Their Magical Equipment, 103
Takes
PA. Uphill Battle, Magical Aqueducts. Wizards for Dummies, Dangers of
that
Wild
one, yeah.
Magic.
Takes that one.
Yeah, you can
All right,
peruse
this,
the tables. There's a whole bunch of them. Gold and Lead, The Never-Ending Quest. Jenna's Notes on Altering Your Life. That's just a self-help book. Path of the Transmuter, Becoming a Smith to Reality's Forge. Ridley's Altered Life, How Far is Too Far?
He'll take a few of those and ask the captain and crew, can we exit? I want to try something.
Is this all there is?
No, there's another book here called Alteration. It's half your fucking spell book, so pay attention.
Is this it?
Come on, I think the dial leads to other rooms.
Okay.
Is this it, Captain? Knowledge has been one of the most powerful weapons we've acquired.
I don't know. With everything we saw, I was expecting more. But maybe you're
Take
right.
me to the room that you expect. I'll lead everyone out and I'll cast. I'll swap the door to the evocation.
Click, click,
Cool.
click. That goes
And
over
I'll
1,
cast-
2, 3, 4 clicks to evocation invocation.
Cast a lightning bolt on it.
It will open, and the door flings open, and immediately you can feel winds as they pull you in, or winds pushing you out of this room, and the taste of metal flows into the mouths of everybody here. There is like a background buzz, and your hairs begin to stand on edge. You can see like little bits of electricity flickering through the air in front of you, bouncing from like walls down to the staircase. You can't see the room. You'd have to go down the staircase and then down the other staircase. But the whole area is just brimming with power, and air is like shoving out towards you, billowing your cloaks and your hoods. Maybe the captain's hat even flies off. Seymour scampers across the room and hides in a corner.
I glare at him.
I'll try and take a step. I'll put a hand in. Do I feel like I'm getting like, magic damage or no?
Yeah, you're looking in this room. If you're gonna walk in here, you're gonna take damage. There is electricity arcing all over the place. If you go downstairs, you'll take 1d8 points of damage for each round that you stay in this room.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna close that door. I'll close the door, and I'll try to reopen it without a spell. Does
Nope.
it open?
Nope, once closed, it is closed.
Interesting. Okay. What is Nilrum ship in a bottle? That'd be a dimensionless spell. What does dimensionless key off of?
Nilrum's ship in the bottle is probably an alteration spell.
Okay.
Damn it.
I will.
Already
I'll-
checked that one.
Oh, we did check that. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
Yeah.
right. Knock is alteration. Magic missiles is abjuration.
Well, while we consider our situation, why don't we take a short break and come back on the other side with a little bit more Tides of Death.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. Okay.
All right. We're here.
I've put in chat the order of the schools on the dial. Go with the second one, which is complete, and in the correct order. The first one was wrong.
I will do a magic missile into the abjuration. I'll click to abjuration and do a magic missile.
Yeah. You feel the magic channel through your hand and go towards the door. And when you go to open the door, it fails to open. Previously, when you had just tried the handle before, or tried to push it, it didn't do anything. Now, when you push this, you feel, how do I say? There's a substantial difference. It's not like before. It felt like the door might have Like it might have been a door that was loose on the hinge, and the bolts would like, you know, go back and forth and sort of shudder. When you hadn't cast any spells, like there was a little bit of push or pull of it like a normal door. But when you go to the abjuration one and you try and shove it, it feels stuck, like it's sealed, and it doesn't open. But it did take your spell, and it does change the way that the door would open, but it doesn't open.
Interesting. I am all out of spells, boys, for different schools of magic.
Well, I
Maybe
don't know
Sail
how I
wants to
feel
give it a
about
try?
sleeping here. Oh, maybe.
Well, I don't see why not.
Wait, what school of magic would a wand of fear do?
Fear spell is abjuration.
Oh, I guess I could. Oh, it's abjuration. Okay. The door's stuck. It is what it is. Could be because it's a first level spell.
Yeah.
Fear's a first level spell too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, fear's level 4, isn't it?
Oh, I was thinking of remove fear, which you can be reversed, but that's actually a cleric spell. You're right. Straight up fear is
It's a good spell. It's level 4.
it's a 4th level illusion spell.
Illusion.
It's illusion.
Yeah. Yes.
I will click the door. I don't think this is gonna work. I'll try
Click,
it.
click, 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 click.
To illusion, and I will put the wand to it, to where the hand is, and I will try and cast the fear wand.
Yeah, the
on the
wand
door?
does not do it. The magic needs to
Yeah.
come from within, from you.
I didn't think so. Okay.
So we kind of watch you mess around the door. And
Yeah,
I'll
I
say, like,
around the door.
Sonara, what's up? You figured out how to open it?
I would need different spells tomorrow.
He can't do it. He's not magic enough.
Sail, do you want to give it a crack? Do you have any divination spells?
My highest level spell is free action, which is abjuration. That might work.
That's what it's on right now.
Couple of divinations. Oh, it's on abjuration right now.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. I'll
I will put my hand to the door and cast free action and see if anything happens.
Absolutely not. You cast free action just like normal. You don't get the sensation that Nilrum is describing, that it flows through your arm and into the head. It's just, you just cast free action.
Yeah, I'll say to him. I didn't feel anything. I think this is a wizard thing. I think my magic is different.
You want to, if you guys want to rest for a night, I think the best room would be right here. And I'll click it back to the alteration room.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say? We rest and camp inside for a night?
You down there is better to rest than up here?
Think so. This requires a high-level wizard. Or maybe out here in this area could be sufficient. It also requires a high-level wizard.
I'm just a bit cautious about going into rooms that don't exist.
We're already in a room that doesn't exist technically.
Well,
Sleeping here?
this room
I
could
need
fit
to
in the
sleep
boat.
somewhere.
I admit the windows are a little bit too close together, but this could fit. That last room, I'm definitely not sleeping in there, not with another one of those spiders around.
All right, let's stay in here then.
Alright, I'll keep watch.
Okay. The party rests in the ghost ship for many, many hours.
I will do stuff while they're asleep.
Okay. What would you like to do?
When I make sure they're all asleep, I'll go and click the door to necromancy.
Ooh.
And touch the thing.
You put your hand in the soft lead. It's on necromancy.
Does anything happen?
No.
I try and mimic the sensation of when I was dominating the wraith, like the forcing my own energy into the cord to try and dominate.
No.
And
No.
I ask the wraith. I whisper to it, like, touch this hand.
The wraith will overlap its hands with yours, so the two exist in the same space.
Yeah. Open
Nothing
the door.
happened. Door does not open.
All right. You know, I say, stand guard. And I'll go and sit back in the corner and think. I watch
Have
the
I?
life force of my party members as they sleep. Is it? Am I right in that Nilrum has a much stronger life force than the other two? Now that I'm looking for it, can I see said chords above everyone?
No. Just above this undead wraith before you.
Okay.
Have I had
What's
any
Seymour
time to
doing?
learn spells in the 3 months? Or do we not want to get into that?
No, whatever spells you have. We're just gonna.
Okay, perfect.
We're gonna
Thank
float
you.
it.
It's all good.
What's Seymour doing?
Seymour is as far away from the wraith as possible, wherever that might be. And if Nilrum is far away from the wraith, probably curled up near Nilrum in some way, shape, or form. If Nilrum is closer to the wraith than Sail, then curled up with Sail.
Okay, so he's just curled up with someone whoever's furthest away.
Yeah. With a preference for Nilrum and Sail.
I will. Getting bored, like half an hour later, I'll stand back up and I say, "Follow me to the wraith," and I go and open the door to the other room.
To the room where the spiders
The
were?
spider room, yeah.
Well, the door opens and it.
I don't let it close behind me. I hold it open.
Okay.
I look around the room. Can I see it? Can I see its life force in the dark?
The phase spiders?
Yeah, I'm imagining that there's one left.
No. You don't see any cords. You don't see any life force floating about anywhere.
I say to the wraith, "Find the spider, kill it."
The wraith just stands in front of you, not doing anything.
Okay. I close the door again and go and sit back in the corner.
Okay. Well, the night will pass. Eventually, everyone will wake up slowly but surely, and when you feel you've rested enough.
I click the door back to whatever it was last on before.
What was it last on?
Abjuration.
Okay.
No,
You click it,
yeah. I click it back.
click it back to abjuration. All right. The party can wake up and memorize spells as needed.
Can I do an int check? Because it wasn't on abjuration.
Ooh, yeah. Go ahead.
It was
Give me
on
an int check.
divination, I believe.
Free action is abjuration. That's the one I tried.
Oh, it is abjuration? Okay.
All right.
I
It's on the
remember
right
what
one.
it It's on the right one.
Yeah.
Good. I will go to the door in the morning. I learned a bunch of different hodgepodge of spells. I don't think it matters. I will transfer it to divination,
Click, 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 click over to divination.
and I will cast wizard sight.
Right. The door will open and lead down to a set of switchback stairs, just like previously.
Oh, follow it.
Yeah.
Right. The whole party, of course.
Yep.
Yep. Excellent. A crystal ball sits on a table in the center of an otherwise darkened room. Flashes of light bursting from within, casting shadows of figures on the walls with every flicker. The images on the walls are moments from characters' pasts and futures. You might recognize like a quick, brief glimmer of something you've seen before in your past. Maybe Archie's, gets that flash of that time he robbed that house with that woman who was supposed to be on his side, and then the nobles and then it's gone. And another flicker will come, and Archie will see himself like standing over someone with his hands wrapped around their neck, but it like in a situation you haven't seen or felt before, as these like kind of all over the place. All the nooks and pages in the room are there are some books and tables and equipment lying around in this area. This room is appropriately built for a divination study room, complete with decorations, texts, lab equipment, and components. But as you look at the pages across the room, each one of them is blank. As you look, maybe flip open a book, by the flashing lights that you can see coming out of the crystal ball in the center of the room, you can see that the pages are blank, including a matched set of blank spell books.
Nice.
Interesting. I will go and attempt to use the crystal ball.
Yes. Attempting to touch or look closely into the crystal ball results in a saving throw versus spell, as it brims with power
Nilrum
and
will
flashes around
sit
you.
down, and he'll put his hands on it. He's going to be thinking about he wants to see his old master. So saving throw or spell.
Yeah.
Fail.
Nilrum collapses into a fit of catatonic insanity for 2d6 turns. 70 minutes. For an hour and 10 minutes,
Holy
Nilrum
shit.
has seen too much. Nilrum has glimpsed the horrors of past and future, and they have garbled his mind, and he falls to the ground in a catatonic fit of insanity.
Nilrum? I come over to him and start like shaking him. What's he doing? Is he just like babbling madness?
So very quietly to himself.
All right, you better hope this works, Nilrum, because if this doesn't, it's Archie next. I fucking backhand him across the face.
It does nothing to him.
You want me to go, Captain?
I did warn him, Archie. Come on, you're up.
I will backhand him across the face.
There's like a large bruise and an abrasion across his face. But he still is just on the ground, eyes wide, mumbling to himself about the things you can't quite see and sort of shaking.
You know, maybe we should get him out of this room.
Well, hold on. I have a couple spells that will maybe help. I kind of like, I'm starting to pay. I'm like looking at I'm like investigating. It's like, oh yes. I wonder, will my free action or like my remove paralysis spell work on him? Do I get any insight on that?
I mean, he's got insane.
Free action will like impede him from physical effects, but if it's his mind that's been altered, that's not going to work. And I think remove paralysis is similar.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Right.
these are physical. You need something. You might need like a remove curse spell or some sort of like mental calming spell. Do you have anything that chills someone out? Do you have some weed on you?
No. As I'm sitting there investigating, I'm like, I can't help him.
Let's get him out of here. He's babbling about seeing too much, and there's shit all over these walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there might be. We should at least grab a couple of things. I'll like look around, and I'll try
Yeah.
to think like, what would Nilrum grab?
You look
Give me a hand
around
getting
and you
him up the
see
stairs.
the
We can-
image
we
of
can
you
stay down
throwing
here.
your brother into the sea for Rohi and him being dragged away.
On
I
second
see,
thought, Captain, get the fuck out of here.
I think John looks
I
and he
like this
sees
place.
an encounter between him and a woman that he's bragged about to Archie about how beautiful she was, and she actually wasn't. So he's like nervous that Archie's going to it was actually not that hot. I think
Captain,
I will
is that
get.
Is that the woman you...
That was aunt.
Ooh.
Give me a hand getting Nilrum out of this room.
Looking back at the thing Archie sees, he picks up Nilrum, raises an eyebrow.
I'd like to just use Nilrum to keep the door open.
You
Or
want to
just
like
lie him in front of the opening door, so we can explore downstairs without him being in the room.
Cool. You drag him into the doorway, leave him in the doorway with the door open, and head back down into the divination room.
I crouch because he's awake, like right. So I crouch down in front of him. I think he's like sat up with his back against the door, playing, holding it open. I say, all right, no, don't move. Keep the door open. Keep it together, mate. You're gonna be fine.
What are you mumbling, Nilrum? What is your catatonic insanity?
I don't know. What did Nilrum see anything? Is there anything?
You
or is it
saw
just-
your past and your future all at once in such a combined way that you can't separate what is what and you can't distinguish realities.
Nilrum's probably just sitting there trying to figure out. He's trying to piece it all together. So he just completely ignores John, and he's more concerned about himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably trying to piece together if he actually saw himself drinking from the fountain of youth or not.
Yeah, was
Looking for that.
a vision or was it just a desire? What is it
fantasy?
real?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I turn to the wraith and say, "Guard Nilrum," and I'll go back down the stairs.
The wraith will guard Nilrum. The party returns downstairs. Light flashes across the wall. Shadows of scenes portray all over the place. The room is like the a disco from your nightmares.
What do I do if I want to try to disbelieve the images?
If you think it's
Saving
all
throw
an
or spell?
illusion, you can make me a saving throw versus spell. But do it to the GM. Do /GR 1d20, so that way no one else will see your roll, and then I'll DM you your answers.
Right. So I'll send you GR1d20.
Yeah, and then we can look it up. All right, I will DM you.
A lot of cloak and dagger to get. Seems real.
True. Real enough. Nothing changes. I'm just typing for fun.
Yeah, I'm just like looking around the room, like, what the hell is going on in here? Let me see. Am I brave enough to try to look at the crystal ball thing?
God, not you as well.
Does looking at it across the room give me a bad vibe?
No, I mean, it's weird. It has images in it that are projecting onto the walls like you know, they change in rather quick succession. Although you'll notice, like, the images in the ball will change faster than the images in the wall. And you'd need to get closer to make any sense of it. You're just too far away to get a good look.
I'm gonna. Do I have like a piece of cloth, like a t-shirt, I could throw over it?
Yeah, you can just take off your shirt.
I'm gonna throw my shirt over it.
Good idea, so. I think we're done with this room, right?
Okay. The shirt goes over it. The light dims a little bit, and the shadows become more vague on the walls. They become like more blurry, but there's still shapes now. Not quite so distinguishable scenes, just more of like, you know, it's more just strobing.
I go and like leaf through some of the papers and stuff in the shelves on the walls.
All blank. Everything is blank. There are a matched set of spell books that do stand out to you. From everything else, they have like a large metal band that wraps around them that would clasp over, but there's not like a spot for a lock to go through. There is a diamond shaped stamp in the front of the metal on the what would be the front of this page of the spell book that looks like you would put a seal or a name or a sign or a sigil like that would label the book as something. But each and every page within it is blank and empty.
I think I take them.
Okay. Add 2.
Well, I don't put them in my bag. I leave them on the floor next to Nilrum
Okay.
when I go
Well,
up the stairs.
Someone write down that you have 2 spell books.
You're right.
2 blank spell books.
I'll write it.
Yeah.
Archie, how do you
Say, Archie,
Oh,
you guys done down here?
I don't see anything. I think I'm good.
Yeah, this room's weird.
I don't like it, Captain. I don't like it at all.
Hopefully Nilrum wakes up, because not much used to us like this.
Sure, it'll be fine.
Let's you guys get out of there before anyone else goes mad.
He like picks up
Sure thing, Captain.
Nilrum and like moves his mouth a little bit with his hands. Like, hey guys, it's me. I'm Nilrum. I'm fine.
Okay, he's feeling better already.
I go to get my t-shirt and leave.
Yep. You grab your everything. You leave the room. The door shuts behind you. And slowly but surely, Nilrum will become better. It's like a gentle relaxing of his insanity after 10 minutes. By the time you get back to him and drag him in the room, he like can support his weight on his hands a little bit as you drag him, and he might start looking up for a moment before going back down, and the fit will fade over the course of an hour.
Well,
I'm so brilliant.
We
Can I
can't
get
get through
a-
the door without Nilrum, so I think we just wait for him.
Can I get a check on if I can piece together anything?
That
Or
was the saving throw versus spell
That
you
was
made.
saving.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Nilrum will get up,
Oh,
dust
feeling
himself
better?
off.
You were chatting some
So-
crazy
Good
stuff
morning,
back there.
sunshine.
Did anyone else touch the spell or touch the crystal ball?
No.
I
Nope.
thought about it.
What did you see? Must have been good.
Saw everything, Captain. Everything,
Yeah.
everywhere, all at once. It was too much even for my brain. I'll leave that to another day. No one will shut the door. He's gonna swap it to conjuration,
Click, click, click.
and I'll open up with unseen servant.
Yes, the door will open.
That's weird.
Wait.
The magic missile wouldn't work, but unseen servant would.
Magic missile was not conjuration though.
No,
Oh,
magic
I
missile
see
is
what
level
you're
1.
Yeah.
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 Did I just get the door not to open?
The door opens, and unlike the evocation spell in which you felt wind blowing out, this feels like wind is pulling you in. There is a strong, like, vortex of air pulling everything in towards this area. Anything loosely held by you starts fluttering that way. If you had, like, a piece of paper in your hand, it would have been ripped out immediately as the void, or whatever this is, whatever's causing this airflow in, blows everything around. If you want to attempt to cross the doorway and enter the room, you're going to need to make a strength check to hold on to things as you walk in. So strong is the pull. But on the other side of the doorway, you know, the air pressure gets divided amongst the room, and so it's a little bit easier to stand. But crossing into the doorway is going to need to be a strength check.
Can I have Archie like hold me and push me in? And he has the strength check?
Archie can make a strength check while holding you. Yeah, I would say between your own gripping of things and Archie with one hand on you and one hand a wall will allow Archie to make a strength check on your behalf, but you would still have to go down the stairs and turn and
I'll
go
pull out
down
a rope.
again.
I'll attach me and Archie together. Captain, Sail,
Yeah.
can you guys stay out here and if we need, can you pull us back?
Sure thing. Just shout.
I'll attach me and Archie and give Captain the rope section.
All
Let
right.
us know what's down there, Nilrum.
If I pull it twice, that means pull me back.
Okay. Don't leave Archie down there, Nilrum.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Okay. With everyone on the far side of the door together working, I don't think we even need the strength check. You can spread out. You've got your space. You got your strength. Nilrum can head down the staircase and take a turn where you see a rip in the fabric of reality that is still slowly expanding. This is most likely to be the source of the failure of magic on the ship that has caused it to decay and become what it is now. Anything loosely held is ripped in. Your hair is like pulled in front of you. Your whole cloak and robes are fluttering about you. If you wanted to cast a spell down here, you would need to make a con check to withstand the buffeting winds, else the spell would fail. And everything in this room is just like, it's gone. The room is gone. There's not but the tear in reality here.
Okay, I will pull twice and tell Archie to head back up.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, we pull him up.
I will need Nilrum, and while you do this, to make me a saving throw versus death, or have something that was on your person get ripped off of your cloak or your backpack or whatever. 0 successes. Yes. Let me take a look at your character sheet.
Yeah, take a check
Something
out.
on you is ripped from you and lost.
Most of it, to be fair, is in the robes, the dimensionless robes.
Yeah. I think that the only thing that's not in your robes might be some spell components or your Sandstone dagger at your side. So roll me a d6 on a... No, roll me a d3. Roll me a d3. Oh, your Sandstone dagger. It falls out of the sheath. It gets pulled at a weird angle and just goes into the void and is gone forever.
Life.
That's life. But you get out.
We go up.
Archie pulls you out, and you're safe and sound on the other side. And the door can be shut. It's okay.
What was down there?
Fabric, a rip in time. I wouldn't suggest going into that one ever.
Okay.
Rip in space
What's
and
next?
time. Do I don't think Steel Portal would do anything with that.
The seal portal spell prevents like gases and small creatures from slipping
Yeah.
through tiny cracks.
Okay.
Should we be concerned about what a rip in time? I didn't know.
don't-
I didn't know time was made of paper.
Don't open that door. I might be able to fix it in the future, but for now, don't fuck with that. And I'll do enchantment.
Yep, you click on over to enchantment. Click,
I'll
click, click,
open
click.
that with cantrip.
Yes. The door opens. You see light flickering from the area down below. Looks safe.
Finally, one that makes sense. I'll go down there.
Just
Which
like
one is this, Nilrum?
Enchantment.
Just like the others, this deck is appropriately built for the school, complete with decoration, text, lab equipment, and components. This enchantment room seems to be the most stable room in the ship so far. Everything here looks new, except for the reagents, which are all rotten and ruined. An endless banquet sits fresh on the table. Soft, cozy, warm beds welcome the characters to restful sleeps. Components, tools, and research on how to make things are lying here in good condition, except for the reagents, but the tools and other things are still here. It looks to be the safest, coziest, most welcoming, gentle spot in the whole of the ship. You imagine?
I'll pick up a turkey leg. Is there food?
Yeah, it's
Pick
warm.
up a turkey leg and I'll hand it to the monkey.
Seymour sniffs it a few times and then begins to munch on it, and then ravenously consumes the turkey leg.
Look at him go.
He's like
no way. It's a
monkey
whole
face.
turkey leg.
Well, he starts, chewing at it, but he probably can't eat the whole
I'm
thing.
gonna watch the monkey and Nilrum will very specifically not eat.
Mm-hmm.
Does the monkey
Oh,
go to the
no.
table and start eating?
I mean, you gave him a turkey leg, and so he just sits there and eats his turkey leg. The turkey leg's as big as the monkey is, so
Is the food warm?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Can I roll a spellcraft on this? I think out of character I know about a spell where I feel like there's a banquet, and then if people sit and start eating, they'll just sit there forever and
Yeah,
eat.
go ahead and give me a spellcraft check. You know what? You're right. There are a bunch of spells that create banquets,
Spellcraft too.
but
What do you
there are a few different types, and you can't tell which one this is.
I'll stay away from the food.
Oh, there's food, there's wine, there's
Any books?
cider. Yeah, there are books, there's papers, there's pages, and as you flip through them, there's text in them. You can find there is a book open on the table that is a research book open to how to make potions, and the potion formula before you right now is that of a love potion, and you can see
I take
in
that.
front of that book are actually the components and tools. It's as if the last person in this room was attempting to make a love potion, and then they walked out with everything still in place, and then never came back for whatever
But the
reason.
components and tools are rotted.
No, the magical reagents are rotted, but the other things are still good. Like the glass is good, the things that you might stir them are good, but there's some acids that you need that are gone, and there's some juices of this creature that you need that are gone. It would be a quest to acquire the specific parts, but you have most of the general parts.
This is exactly what Nilrum needed. I'll flip through it a little bit. Are there other spells? You don't have to tell me. Are there other potions in here?
Yes.
Okay, good. Nilrum will grab that. He'll hold it tight. He'll grab the components, and he's gonna pocket those.
Yeah. As you look around the
He
room, there are
needs- yeah.
many books here. Elves, an enchanter's worst nightmare. Enchanting the feeble-minded. Do constructs dream of marble sheep? Wilbur's Guide to Creating Magical Items. Minor Curses, why it's better to keep your curses small and simple. Annotated Notebook of Sophie the Enchanter. Cheyenne's Recipe for Wondrous Creations.
I'll take that one.
A
We
Sky
need to keep the
Scrying,
ship,
a weather
Captain.
guide.
Yeah. Not seen a wheel yet, but this thing doesn't look like it could.
A
Sail,
Gnome's
maybe?
Tome to the Catacomb, a guide to being fancy with necromancy.
I throw that book away.
You maybe you need to fix that rift.
I would have to research a spell. There was a book about making things small, like space-time.
Gastromancy
think I
1,
have that.
spicing up your soup.
Take that. That's good.
Gastromancy 2, flavors of the arcane. Gastromancy 3, summon your meat. Gastromancy 4, charming the stomach. It's a whole collection.
Wow, the whole set. Oh, that's worth money.
I'll take the specific books, the 2 books that I called out, and I'm gonna leave everything else here. This is the most stable of the rooms. I think this might be the new headquarters that I use.
Can return to this, yeah.
Yeah, we'll return to this. Let's go check out the rest of the ship, Captain. If we're gonna keep this ship, then
We can't get in any more of these doors.
I don't think so. Enlarge
Which ones are left?
alteration. Necromancy.
You can't open that one?
I don't wish to. Nilrum says. There's just necromancy left.
Well, can't hurt to take a look, can it?
No, but I don't have the spell for it. Nilrum smiles at you.
Perhaps tomorrow then?
Perhaps. And he'll lead everyone out.
You leave the comfy, cozy, warm, welcoming room complete with beds and food. You have a little bit of trouble pulling Seymour away because he dropped his turkey leg after a little while because he found some pudding and he's like face first in the pudding. And it's like all over his whiskers and face and just like dripping off of him. Does anyone else
Lock
eat?
down there. No.
It's delicious food.
Let's be honest, Archie. I don't need to eat, but let's
Archie
be
is
honest,
pretty
Archie.
hungry.
Archie absolutely eats.
Hold on, I'll do a hunger check. What would I roll?
Willpower.
Grub skill.
Oh, okay.
I got a really high grub.
Yeah, Archie's hungry as fuck. Archie eats.
Yeah, the food is good. Oh my god, this is like wonderfully made castle food, rich for the finest of people, and it's hot still. It's like it just came out of the oven. You feel full and satisfied after eating your fill. There are no adverse effects whatsoever.
I also can't resist and eat some food.
Yeah, same for you. No adverse effects. You are just no longer hungry. Well done. Back on the other section after you leave this area behind. Are there any other doors? Any other rooms to try out?
Did we really open them all? Yeah.
We opened them
Apart
all
from necromancy.
except for necromancy. Yeah.
Sure. Did we really see 7? Sorry, I'm just. Alteration. You got some books from. Abjuration. What was that?
Alteration, abjuration didn't open. Divination, crystal ball.
There's a crystal ball.
Conjuration, I
That
think
was the
shit
rip.
fucked. Enchantment, good room.
Yeah, that's the one.
Invocation.
That one had the lightning.
was the lightning. Necromancy, I
You
can't
can't
open
open
it.
it. And 8
And
on the last one.
abjuration. This is the last
No,
one.
no, we already counted that.
Already
did
That's
that.
only 7. That's only 7.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Wrote
5, 6,
necromancy?
7.
I can't open necromancy.
Yeah.
They're missing school? Did I forget to write
Yeah,
something
there's
down?
7.
What's the missing school here?
Is there definitely 8?
I'm not sure.
Let
I
me.
don't remember.
Now you know where to look.
Yeah, there should be abjuration, alteration, divination, conjuration, enchantment, invocation, illusion, necromancy. There should be 8.
Okay, I didn't do illusion, I don't think.
Yes, illusion.
Okay.
Illusion.
That's
So
it.
I don't have illusion either, I don't think.
Anyway, as the party goes up the stairs and heads into the room to discuss what to do next, you will look over and you will see Nilrum walking through the door. And I do believe it closes behind him as he enters into a room by himself.
Wait, what? Hang on.
And-
Explain. Hang on. Where were we?
So we were gonna.
Go ahead.
We're still down in the enchantment room.
No. You've all come up. You all said you had
Okay.
left the enchantment room, and it's as you head into
Yeah.
the previous room that
spider
has this
room.
door. Yeah, with the clicks and everything. That you see Nilrum quickly sneaks himself down, and Sail, you know enough about magic to recognize that the dial is switched to divination. The room that had the
Crystal ball.
the crystal ball that drove Nilrum mad.
Can I make like a dive to try and stop the door from closing over as he slips down the stairs? I don't mind making a perception check and then a dexterity check or something like
I think
that.
that would be good.
That's
Perception
fair.
check
Yeah, give me a
first.
perception check to see if you can catch Nilrum sneaking down here without telling anyone.
No.
Nope, you don't notice
mind.
until the door closes behind him. And Nilrum, you were down in the divination room once more. Lights flashes across the walls. Scenes of past and future all everywhere. In fact, you can even see
I'll
the
take
present.
the shirt off.
No, it's
Shirt's already
off.
gone.
Sales took it
it's
with
already
him.
Yeah.
Okay. Nilrum will spend some time looking at the stuff on the wall. I don't know. I think Nilrum is just so drawn by this and what he saw that it's just something that he needed to figure out. I rolled a wisdom check to see if he could stop himself from going down there, or if he needs to come to it. So I'm gonna roll a D100, and that's how long he'll look at the stuff on the wall and see if he can figure it out in minutes. So for 36 minutes, I'm gonna sit there and watch the wall.
I think I bang on the door a little bit. Like, I don't know if he's hearing me.
He
but
does not hear you.
God, he's going mad down there.
What's he doing?
It's that crystal ball.
It's stuff like this that makes me not trust him.
I've
Do you
been.
want any checks, Koibu?
No, you don't need to make any checks, but eventually your eyes turn to that crystal ball in the center of the room. And I think with that failed wisdom check, you can't help but reach
No, he
out to
will.
it once more. Give me a saving throw versus spell one more time.
Rolling. There we go.
Yes. There is much to be seen here, but it flashes before you in chaos and confusion. You see things from your past and things from your future and things that are happening around the world at this very moment, but it's only a little glimpse of this or that. After maybe 10 minutes, your head begins to swim and you have to let go. However, you are granted a +4 bonus to any one saving throw at any point in the future, and you can apply it even after the die has been rolled once. Once you get a +4 on a saving throw, and you can decide when to do this because you
So it
have
has to be his
glimpsed.
saving throw, though. Yeah.
It's his saving throw because you've glimpsed the future and you are able to
Sick.
see a dangerous moment in your life and avoid it. Hopefully,
Just my life. I can't give someone else a plus.
correct. Correct. This is something that is happening to you, and you can, and I highly recommend, should use the +4 after you roll the die in order to avoid some sort of effect.
That is a really powerful buff. Nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Does the crystal ball seem like it can be moved? Like, when I guess I have to get off of it, can I try and pick it up? Without, like...
Make me another saving throw as you reach back for it.
Okay.
Yes, you can reach it and you can begin to grab it. But as you grab it, the lights begin to flicker faster and brighter, and you can feel like a swelling of power within it.
Can I give you some sort of check to, like, try and actually pick it up? He wants to pocket this crystal ball.
Yeah, well, you have it in your hands. You have lifted it up.
I thought you were saying, like, I'm, like...
No,
convened to,
yeah.
like, hold it. Okay.
You lift it and it swells with power and it flickers and fades and the lights flash brighter and brighter.
How big is it? Like, glass size, or...
Like snow globe or like Palantir. Yeah,
Like
Palantir.
this big. Yeah.
So
it's large.
definitely
it's not
won't
gonna
fit in any of my pockets.
Won't fit in your pockets. It weighs maybe 30 pounds, and it's made out of glass. It's probably pretty fragile. If you drop it, if it's in your backpack and you get hit with something, it could easily break. It's a delicate object.
I'm gonna put it in my backpack.
Add 30 pounds to your backpack.
Thank you.
I say to the party, so what do we do?
How long was
He's
I
probably
down?
down there talking to himself.
You're down there for about an hour.
Okay, so you guys can do what you want for an hour.
Any thoughts? Should we go and explore the rest of the ship while he's down there, or do you guys want to wait?
I guess. I mean, like, he's doing what he's doing down there. Didn't really seem like he wanted our help or attention.
Yeah, he's up to something. Let's not forget, we're in this mess because of him.
That's true.
Firstly,
not
the
wrong,
clerics are
Captain.
looking for him, and secondly, we're on the run from them because of him.
No.
If this is Nilrum's new leaf, it looks an awful lot like the old leaf.
True. I'm starting to feel sorry for him, but
I just don't think he can help himself, Captain. He has to do shit.
let's give him another 20 minutes or so, and then we're going to have a wander. See if our
He
friend
could be
Swords
down there
does.
stuck to that feckin' crystal ball, going insane for the rest of the time for all we know.
Yeah, we should probably check on him at some point, huh?
Well, we can't get this door open, so...
Fuck.
How long should we wait?
I guess however long it took for him to wake up last time, but like, what are we gonna do?
I peer out one of the portholes, Neil. Can I see the sun?
No, it's foggy outside.
Oh. So there's no way of even attempting to measure time.
Correct.
I look down at my amulet and say, any help?
No, the octopus does not respond. But
All
all
right,
your
well, I'm gonna
spells
sit
have
here until I'm bored.
faster casting times.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm gonna
you're
sit here
bored-
until I'm bored, and then we're going.
Well, roll me a D100 for how long it takes you to get bored in minutes, Captain.
Yes. 7 minutes later.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure he'll know where to look for us.
You can recess and leave this room, heading into the one that had the phase spiders.
Captain, just a thought. I don't think Nilrum will be able to get past the phase spider on his own. I think there is still one here.
God's alive. You're right. Nothing will kill him. For fuck's sake. Okay. Let's go back and wait.
All right. An hour later, Nilrum comes out.
Oh, here he is. Have fun.
Before I go out, Koibu, when I put the thing in the bag and I close the leather bag, I'll pick up a spell book or a book. Can I read the text now, or is it still blank?
No, all the pages are still blank. Yeah.
And nothing is going on the walls anymore, yeah?
As you walk out, the flashing on the walls kind of follow. Well, no, yeah, it's in the backpack. The backpack has leather. There's no more flashing. It's just a pitch black room, and you have to feel your way out.
Were the books blank when I tried to read them as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Looking a little bit sluggish there, Nilrum.
I did it, Captain. I was able to overcome the crystal ball, and here it is in my bag.
I look in his book.
I'll like undo the backpack to like show it off.
Can you carry that thing? It looks heavy.
It's meddlesome to touch. Every time I even put a finger on it, I feel like I'm gonna go mad.
Yeah, as he opens the bag and shows you the crystal ball, you will see that it is no longer strobing with lights, and there is a large crack that runs across and through it. Removing it from the room has broken it.
I say to Nilrum, looks like you broke it.
Normal.
It's cracked.
Open it. Probably weep a little. It's his most powerful first magical artifact. He'll probably... He doesn't have any more divination spells, yeah. He just cries for a bit, like a bitch.
Well,
Well, there are...
well, we're going to explore the other half of the ship now, Nilrum. You got any spells left to fight?
He nods. He pulls himself together.
Alright, let's go. Watch out, there's still one of those spiders around.
So we're leaving illusion and necromancy untouched.
I can't open him.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
All right.
I would like to open the necromancer door, but yeah, they ain't can.
Well, back through the ship we go, one floor after another until you're back upon the deck. Your ship is still tied here. It's been at least a day because you had to sleep and memorize spells. And across the deck, beyond the busted ropes and rotting sails, is the foresail in which you have that figure who's no longer like trying to reach for the door, but is now like sat at the table again, helmet in gauntleted hands, staring down.
Let me, I go up to the window to go and try and take a look at this guy.
Oh yeah, it notices you as it comes, and you can see rage burning in the eyes as the creature that looks suspiciously like a death knight comes to the door, tries to open it, bangs on the glass, but you hear no sound and the door does not vibrate. The glass doesn't shake. Whatever creature this is bound within this room and cannot escape. As much as it wants to come and kill you, it can't.
Is it, does it have a cord?
Yes, it does.
Well, Nothing
Does
like
its gear
overconfidence.
look, perfect.
Excuse me, I missed that.
Does its gear look perfect?
Looks old and weathered by time.
There's a whole half of the ship down there, though, right?
How would you know? Actually, through this door, you see a table and some other stuff. You don't see any staircases in this room.
Well, just from the makeup of the ship, right? Is
I mean,
there not like a whole
we're
half of the ship?
dealing with like rooms that are too big and too small and then don't actually fit inside the ship. Any spatial configuration is possible at this point. There might be lots of stuff over there. There could be a whole other half of the ship to explore, or it could just be a room of death. So who would build a ship with an obvious trap that'll kill you if you try to go through it?
What? No. What did you say? What school of magic was the tear?
Enchantment. Conjuration.
Conjuration, I think it was, right?
It was conjure.
Conjuration, is that like summoning?
Like creating.
You think this thing could have got through?
I don't think this thing is from that area, no.
Doesn't seem to be real. I mean, it's not making any noise.
Does it kind of remind us of the ghostly roars? Like, similar?
No,
Very
not at all.
different.
This thing is not translucent. As it gets up from the table, you can actually see that it moved the chair that it gets up from. It's clearly interacting with the objects in the room, unless everything is an illusion and a lie.
Does it look like it can think, Captain? Could we talk to it?
I shrug. Maybe. Do undead talk? I turn to the wraith.
I turn to
Talk.
Captain Winters.
The wraith just goes,
It's not easy to pronounce, but I suppose it's okay.
Do you have a name for him, Captain? I don't want to call him it.
No name. Call it it.
Seymour
Right,
got a
well-
name.
You want me to open the next door, Captain?
Let's be honest. We all know that we're opening this door. So get ready to fight, Archie. Distract it. I'm gonna try and get in its head.
I'm ready.
I will go and like hide Neil off to the side of the door behind something so that
There's
if this thing comes
portholes.
storming out.
yeah, I mean, okay, so the captain says open the door and then goes and hides around the corner.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and I'm gonna try and grab it from behind when it's fighting Archie.
That's normal, Koibu.
Okay.
Yeah,
I would like
will
to cast a
open the
bless
door.
before we open the door.
good idea.
Sure. You cast Bless on the party. Bless has a casting time of 1 full round, I believe, so it still takes 1 full round. Right? I think I'm not
But
making
we are
that up.
blessed. You're correct. Yes.
You are blessed.
We are blessed.
I will open the door.
It's locked.
I'll cast knock on it.
Just when Neil tried to save us
All
at
right.
the last minute.
We're going to take a break. And we're going to come back on the other side because this thing is a full-fledged Death Knight
No, shut up.
with
Nick
power
needs to
word
grab
kill and a 20 dice fireball. So see you guys
Grab it,
soon.
Nick.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tides of Death. Let's get some combat music and roll initiative. Here we go.
It's fine.
It's super fine.
Rohi's gonna save us, guys. I don't even know what I do.
I don't even know what to do either.
Yeah, you open the door. All of a sudden,
this
some
is what I'll
wind
do.
blows out. You can hear a come from within as the creature begins to take some actions.
I mean, I tell the Wraith to attack it as well. Do you want me to roll initiative for the Wraith?
We'll just put the wraith on your turn, just for simplicity.
Okay.
And what do we have for? Let's see. MrMouton
I'm
is
still-
going to roll enlarge.
Yeah, I'll enlarge Archie.
Oh, mate. Well, it's 75, so I was going to say Magic Missile to
Yeah.
interrupt. But...
Archie has a better chance of hitting it.
I don't even know what to do. Should I just attack?
I literally don't know, dude.
Fuck it.
I don't know what to say.
Dagger. I'm going after it too.
The only way we defeat this thing is to push it in the water.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
If we can push it into the sea, it falls to the bottom of the ocean. Game over.
Do you think Rohi's turn on death would work on it?
I mean, maybe if it was near the water.
It is near the wall. Well, Rohi's not there to turn it anymore.
That's right. Rohi's on your amulet.
Right.
Rohi's no longer
He's
in the
right
sea.
here. Oh shit.
All right. Well, we got our initiative rules. MrMouton, start us off with
I
a.
enlarge Archie. I make him 70% bigger.
Archie is big. The Death Knight's still in the room. Archie, it's your turn. Now, you're big. You've got bonus to damage against these things. The creature's on the other side of the small doorway. I think it's just a penalty of 1 to fight because you just got your hands and fists and feet. Go ahead and...
Can I make a suggestion? Because you might die if you don't. Nick, what do you think's better here? Hitting it to stop an innate spellcast, which I don't even know is possible, or should he pick up the Death Knight and try to throw it in the fucking water? I think
I think he has to damage it. He has to.
Do you think that stops a power word kill though? What do you think?
I think
I don't
that
know.
there's not time for a 20-minute philosophical discussion, and Archie has to
Yeah.
make his decision.
Archie's gonna fucking punch it.
Power word punch! Right hand goes wide. Whoosh.
Of
on,
all the
dude.
times.
You gotta roll a hit here. You have to.
And this is at -1, so you need a 21 or higher to actually hit it.
Come on.
Left hand. The knight
Fine, Nick can hit
easily
it.
bats it aside. Captain John Winters has gone around the corner to hide and jump out and grab its cord. Isn't that your plan,
Yeah.
Captain Winters?
That is my plan, yeah.
All right.
Wait, no, hang on though.
Wait, does power word kill on the undead? You're already dead.
Oh, they're true.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh my god, 21 AC now.
I just don't know how you're going to get past an enlarged Archie to attack it when Archie's in the doorway fighting it, right? How are you going to melee
point.
attack through Archie when he's huge?
No, that's a good point.
What do you do,
Well, it's
John?
a piercing weapon though, between the legs. Right?
But
It's
what
just-
was your?
it's a
What
pierce-
were you gonna do?
I was hoping to draw it out of the room and try and grab its cord from behind and dominate it.
But you see Archie's at the door.
Yeah, but Archie's at the door, so.
Well, John, do or
Can I
die.
attack through Archie's legs?
You wait. You have your.
I
wraith.
don't know if you
through
can
your wraith.
attack through Archie's legs because it's not like Archie's just like
okay.
standing there.
Wait, the Wraith
know.
will phase through
Yes.
the Death Knight and attack
No, the
him from
Wraith
behind.
can easily get through Archie. Wraith can easily
Yeah.
pass through Archie's square, no problem.
He doesn't level train Archie though along the way.
No. And I've
Obviously.
changed the level drain. It's a stat drain now. It's
okay.
2 from 1. I'm sorry, 1 from 2 stats or 3 from 1 stats, just to make it less, brutal.
Permanently.
Yeah, still permanently, but it's not a level, which is more
Which is
frustrating.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of worse. But can I get behind the
I
Death
love
Knight and
that.
attack it?
The Wraith, if you are you telling the Wraith to attack the Death Knight?
Yeah.
Then the Wraith will just phase right through Archie and attack it from the front, straight up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me an attack roll, D20 plus 5.
Come on, Nick.
Just touch AC though, right, Neil?
Nope. This is a full-fledged normal attack, taking all AC into consideration.
Okay.
Matters, but you did hit it.
Let's see. Touch of the Wraith does damage in 2 ways. Chilling Effect does 1d6 points of damage, even to creatures immune to cold. Oh. Because I do believe the
Three
Death Knight
damage.
has immunities.
Imagine we're gonna kill a Death Knight at level 6.
Yeah,
3
only 6,000.
damage. Okay.
And then we drain a stat.
It will drain stats victim's choice. The Death Knight will drain stats, and it's fine. It doesn't matter.
It does.
The Death Knight's power word kill is interrupted.
No.
It is a damaging spell, and when you are, as we play by the rules, when you get hit by a spell, when you are casting a spell and you get hit, you lose your spell.
Wait,
No
does that mean
way.
he can't cast it again?
Yeah.
Yes, he gets 1 per day.
Shit.
Oh my.
And his round is wasted with power word kill. Sail, it's your turn.
There seems to be an issue here. Did you take health away from him? Oh my god.
I did.
Oh no. Oh no no no.
I can't get to it.
No, you
okay.
cannot.
I call out to it. I say, "We don't have to fight. we can let you out of here."
It's very nice of you. All right, everybody, roll me initiative.
No.
Magic resistance on each magic missile, yeah?
I'm gonna get fucking fireballed.
It's alright, we can stop that. Oh, no, we can't. We're fucked. Is Fireball 3? No, it can't.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
It's a third level spell.
It is.
What's the casting time on a scroll?
Oh, yeah, magic. I think.
Nick, you're gonna have to hit it again. And you're gonna have to roll a good initiative.
Fuck.
Would it fireball itself, though? I don't know.
Would it really blow up its ship that it's meant to defend with a massive fireball?
If it's meant to defend the ship, why is it locked in the forecastle?
Don't know.
True.
It's a good question.
Okay, hold on, Nick. It has magic resistance, and if an 11 or lower is rolled on the percent on a roll, the spell is reflected back at the caster.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Got a shot here.
The modifier for scroll is its reading time. For scroll spells, it's equal to the casting time of the spell. So, what spell are you reading? Potato.
I was thinking of like giving it compulsive order, but I don't even think that would work. I don't know if that would actually do anything to him. He would like start redecorating the ship or something.
He'd have to, pick his targets in order of killing them and follow very strict methods of combat.
But that actually, I don't know if that would help us. I'm just gonna cast Chaos Ward. I'm gonna do that. So late.
Oh, well, Yeah, it's just going to be 11 though, because Chaos Ward is just casting time 1 for you right now.
Oh,
But-
that's true. I need to go back. I need to go through and look at it.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to remember because maybe he'll leave at some point in the future.
Oh,
He might not stay on
slither
your
off.
amulet forever. He's just hiding for a while, right? He's been found and he needs to lay low.
Yeah, let me roll initiative for the wraith. It should get
It
initiative. I'm
goes
not
on
controlling
your
it. I'm not
initiative.
contro-
We
I'm
just
not
discussed
controlling
it.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't matter last round.
Wait a minute, but
All right,
that means
fine.
we should re-roll it for last round in order to see if maybe it goes before
Yeah,
or
we
after.
Don't want to retcon though, do we?
Yeah, so we should
Yeah,
just
we
keep
don't
the
like
rule as it
retconning.
is.
All right. Well, I'm comfortable where I am, exactly 24 feet away from the door.
I don't think that's it. I think you're right around the corner. And actually, the width of the ship is only 40 feet wide, as was previously mentioned. So everyone's definitely within range. Nilrum, did you actually roll a 4 for initiative?
No. It fucked up.
Oh,
I
you rolled a 10.
Um,
Oh, okay. Nobody
question?
beat it at initiative
I
then.
would like to say this one thing.
Yeah. It was good
How do
knowing
we feel
you.
about casting in melee? Have we talked about this before? Of
I
giving
mean,
an opportunity attack, or no?
I don't think
It
it's
doesn't
ever
provoke.
provoked. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Saving throw versus spells.
Hey, don't say everybody because I don't think I'm near it.
You're not.
I knocked. And I'm casting magic missile.
I mean, how far would you really have been from the door?
From the guy when I have 14 HP? I don't want him coming through and hitting me.
What's the range of knock?
It's gonna be 10 square feet per level.
No, the
Seventh
casting, the range is 60
the
yards.
range is 60 yards.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you didn't have to be right next to the door, but you also cast Enlarge last round. So...
Archie was near me.
Well, Archie
I
was
knocked.
at the door.
Oh, well then I enlarge Archie and I'd probably move away. That seems
Yeah, but it's a
reasonable.
5 yard per level range. So
Oh.
you
I would be away.
you don't necessarily have to be next to the door.
Yeah, I want to be far from the door.
Listen, I don't have to necessarily be next to the door either.
You called yourself
Well,
as
no,
near the door so that you could jump by and grab the cord.
Hiding around the corner. Depends on the
Yeah, but that's still next to the door. That's still well within fireball range, my friend.
I'm not your friend. Sorry, I didn't mean that.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I think it's time for everyone to die. Please, everyone except for Nilrum and
Thank you. Maybe Sale?
Seymour.
Wait, but there's a wall between me and the fireball, so I would say that gives me some advantage or reduction in damage.
I mean, you got your little foresel, and then you got your stairs that come up over here, and your stairs that come up over here, right? And the Death Knight is on the inside. You're here, and Sale was nearby because he was going to attack with his dagger, and your Wraith is on the inside, and at very best, you're just like right here at this corner, peeking the corner, and our Death Knight is definitely throwing the fireball, not at Archie, but, like somewhere over here. I'm pretty sure you're still within range. Maybe a +1 for the cover.
Hey, there you go.
Well, I would say maybe cover would reduce the damage because I don't think even if I pass the save, I'm still dead.
No. Yeah, I think this is our party wipe.
Someone typed in chat 70 damage on average.
Archie,
+1,
saving throw
I pass.
versus spell.
Yeah, you did.
You did pass, Nick. PotatoMcWhiskey is, I believe, obliterated and burned by the spell. Captain John Winters is obliterated and burned by the spell. Archie is obliterated by the spell. The Wraith is obliterated by the spell. Standing, hopefully 40 feet away, is Nilrum with a monkey. And your magic missile goes off, and he gets what? Magic resistance?
Yeah, 75%, but on an 11 or higher, it reflects.
All right, 1d1 on 11 or higher of d100.
That is what it's. Well, its magic resistance is 75%, and if an 11 or lower is rolled, lower on the percentile die.
On the percentile die. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 is resisted.
Resisted.
2 resisted. 3 resisted. 4 not resisted.
Hey.
Oh wait, you don't get 4 magic missiles though, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I'm level
Okay.
7.
Go ahead and roll me 2 damage. Cool. Excellent. Roll me initiative, Nilrum.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what there is to do.
I think there's nothing to do but to die.
Well, hold on. It's not true.
It's okay,
Yeah, I
guys. It
know
was
what
all a dream.
Nilrum is gonna. The door's over here, right? For wizards and apprentices?
No, that's behind you.
Hey, this door. The Death Knight is still inside, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Nilrum is gonna run and try to shut the door.
Excellent. D10 plus 3.
Can I get my +4 to this?
No, it's just saving
Just
throws.
throw.
Okay. It will cast Power Word Stun. No
don't think it
save.
No. What?
We can't.
It does one of those once per
One
day.
of those per day.
Oh, is it one of those?
It is.
Once per day can use Power Word, Blind, Kill, Stun. Ah, excellent. Well then, if that's the case, its initiative is going to be a little bit higher. It's going to be 4 higher. So that would bring it to a 9 because it's using its sword. And as you run to the door, it steps out towards you and will swing with his sword. 1d20 plus 9 plus 3. With its two-handed sword. No, it's a long sword, so it's got to be +2. So it's only a 25, which will hit for 1d8 plus 2 plus.
Player's my turn, does it?
Yeah, probably.
Have we been doing that? Then.
Oh no, we haven't. We've only been.
I
doing
didn't think.
crits on 18s.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 1d8 plus 2 plus. What's the strength bonus for 18-100? 8?
I'll look it up.
7?
I can't remember. 6.
6, yeah.
It'll hit a Nilrum for 11.
Not too bad.
Okay.
Okay, I'm at 3. All right, I'm casting a spell. Next round.
Yeah, because this round you get stopped from getting to the door, and the Death Knight sort of marches you back, and he'll make an attack roll, initiative roll.
Oh, unlucky
He rolls
days.
8, you
correct?
roll 9.
Yeah, I'm dead.
1d20
Probably.
plus
Unless you roll 1.
9 plus 3 is 21,
That's
and
it.
1d8 plus 8. He will behead Nilrum, and the pirates of the Dardanelles will die.
No fucking way.
Can't
Like
believe that.
Well,
With the
been a
clerics,
fun
and the
campaign, guys.
fucking White Prince, it was something
Make sure to
like
head
this.
over to Times of Death, patreon.com.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my god.
Somebody's part. I've just caught up with all the VODs. This is the first episode I've watched live.
Good job, buddy. You did it. You got the
can
good
you give
one.
us some lore on, I guess, what you wanted Rohi and stuff to be? Since this is probably over.
The classic rule is if we can't figure it out on screen, we can't figure it out. But a Death Knight now has Rohi's amulet with Rohi on it, which is just like a gem to think
It's an
about.
upgrade. Yeah.
So that's a big upgrade, actually.
Is it though? Is
For Rohi?
well,
it is in some ways.
It depends. If Rohi can work with the Death Knight, that seems like a pretty good deal. But also, Death Knights aren't really normal creatures of this realm and might not really. Maybe the Death Knight just holds on to that thing and buries it somewhere on this ship. Who knows? But I do believe that is going to be a good old GG. Do we have any questions?
My question
No, I don't
is,
think so.
how did he throw a fireball past Archie?
True.
There was a
True.
wraith. There was a wraith and Archie in front of him. I feel
You're
like
right.
he's got to have a clear shot.
If it hit Archie in the chest, it still would have done the exact same thing. It still would have hit all the people. But I think you're right. It wouldn't go past Archie. It would just hit and then blow up and around and still wrap and hit everything. Yeah.
So,
There
how
was
did the
some
Death
stuff.
Knight get there?
Well,
Oh.
there were some things that were going to come up in the next section, which probably would have maybe predated this one a little bit. Is that Telemachy, the great dragon that you've released from the sea, has really gone to bat for you against the White Prince. And that fleet the White Prince was sending to chase everyone down has been wrecked and destroyed. And the Outer Rim is completely freed as the White Prince is now in full anti-dragon White Prince versus Telemachy battle.
Shit.
And the whole area has gone to hell in a handbasket. That was going to be where we pick up in January, is that, the Telemachy's raging on the seas and creating storms, and there are going to be weather pattern changes, and the White Prince is in serious trouble. And now that Rohi's on your little necklace, you would have been able to leave the Dardanelles and travel the world. And
Oh my fucking god!
Jesus Christ. Really, dude?
What the fuck? I can't believe that the campaign's over. I don't.
It was all in the crystal ball, guys. This is Nilrum's wacky dream. Yeah.
Well. Nick, you were about to say this is your first character death or something?
Best TPK.
Oh, really? After all these years,
Oh, really?
only one
I don't
TPK.
think I've had a TPK either.
Yep.
Well, I'm so glad I get to be your DM for your first TPKs, everybody. I think about a third of D&D campaigns end to TPKs, and about half of them end because of scheduling issues, with the remaining 1/6 of campaigns finishing, typically speaking. So, yeah, this was beautiful. Players, anything you want to say to each other, or questions you want to ask that I may answer?
This is like the least satisfying ending.
I'm
I
just
just can't believe it ends like this.
Says the
I
thing
spent
with
like
D&D
a year and
though.
a half of my life playing this fucking campaign.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are interested. Maybe we can talk about doing another campaign, just keeping the Patreon, and then swapping new stuff. That'll kind of be, I guess, after this episode. If you guys want to talk about it, if we have any ideas.
Mhm.
I like the cast and crew, so I think it'd be cool to keep going. But yeah, we can talk.
It's a
about
great group of
Yeah.
people. Yeah. Aside from
Never
that,
gonna find out who Rohi was. What the fuck?
Guess not.
Was there anything worth it behind that door? Is the question I would like to ask.
There was a key behind that door, a key that opens a chest in the evocation room, which contains the source of power for the ship, which is a philosopher's stone, an item of unimaginable power, that could power such a magical ship like this over the ages and have all these rooms. Philosopher's stone is a chip off of the staff that holds the world, so it's like a physical manifestation of the magics of all the elements put together. And with it in hand, you can use it to shape, it's just huge fundamental amounts of power, but you weren't expected to ever get to it because it's, behind the Death Knight.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Just wasn't expecting a Death Knight,
I mean, I said Death Knight. I put the word Death Knight in there a bunch of times. Yeah, I tried to.
You did.
I really tried to say like what I really joke about a Death Knight being here. I tried to telegraph so hard, and it was beautiful.
But that is the kind of thing you would say if it was like an
If it
illusion
wasn't
of
a Death
Knight.
Knight.
Well, to be fair, our characters would have died here 100% of the time because
Yeah.
we had no way to evaluate the power level of this creature. Like, everything else we've ever found, we just like walked in and obliterated. It's this fucking thing.
A victim of your own success.
Yeah.
It kind of stings, I'm not going to lie.
Well, Merry Christmas, losers.
Yeah, good job. So, were we just meant to leave at that point, Neil? There was nothing more we could do on the ship.
There was the illusion room and the necromancy room, and they were.
Oh, what was in those?
Yeah, but we can't get them open, right?
Can't get them open, but what were in them?
The illusion room. First, there's a save versus spell, and if you fail the save, it looks like the door is shut. The abjuration door, you actually totally could have opened, but it wasn't the magic problem. It's just that the abjuration room fails to open and was forever shut. It was just like closed. Just very coincidentally. The illusion room has animated paintings adorning the walls. An unseen band plays very old and out-of-date music. Components and tools to make dust of appearance and dust of disappearance are lying about. Although due to the utter chaos of the rotting ship, if you make dust of disappearance, it'll just blind you instead of work functionally. And the necromancy room has a small, rather cozy room in fairly good condition with scattered velvet crushed seats, tables, bureaus adorned with food and drink. There are a few books to be found. Each is bound in the skin of some sort, and their contents is mostly, on the metaphysics of how necromancy should be used. The following spells can be found in the room: Chill Touch, Spectral Hand, Hold Undead, Vampiric Touch. One book is wrapped in an iron band with a lock. Only the correct magic key found in the captain's quarters, where the Death Knight is, will unlock it. Emblazoned upon the steel are the words "restricted." Within it is the magic jar spell.
Ooh, sick.
Wait, what does Magic Jar do?
That's such a cool spell.
It lets you like.
Oh, it's a phylactery?
Yeah.
Sort of. But it's better than that. You can put your soul into a gem, and then you can forcibly attack someone else and transfer your soul into their body and their soul into the gem.
It's sick.
So you can like take
That
over
is-
people's bodies.
That's absurdly powerful. Can you do
know what's
this?
very
Like,
funny? Nick was just getting his character to have.
I know.
Yeah.
And as soon as he
I
had
know.
it, Koibu fucking killed us.
We all should have known this was going to happen.
The other side
I
of
feel
that.
like we got.
Go ahead.
I feel like we got baited when he said the Death Knight had a rope. Obviously, he's going to I'm going to go grab that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was like. Oh yeah, just grab that. Like, just take.
I
it.
was baited by the fact that it wasn't making any noise when it hit the glass.
It's because it was sealed within. If there's magic strong enough to hold back a Death Knight, it was also supposed to, hold back sounds and vibrations coming through.
Why was he trapped?
I'm going to leave most of the story about this ship and how it got here for later campaigns and not reveal
Just
things.
a quick question in case we can save the day here. Is there any chance that Nilrum's knock spell would fail?
No.
You sure?
But
Sadly?
if Nilrum's knock spell has failed, you would have physically picked the light. It opens, yeah. It opens. Definitely, 100%. I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, knock would open it. Uh-huh.
Well.
Yep. Sail, you could also command John's undead spirits. John gets his power
Oh.
sort of through Rohi. You're very connected to Rohi. The both of you would have been able to control his spirits, which I hope she would have figured out or learned eventually. And then if each of you issued opposing commands, it would follow whoever wins a willpower check between the two of them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Which I would
yeah.
lose. So
What was in here
Great news to know
for?
that I'm dead.
What was in here for Archie that you mentioned?
So the Wraith does stat draining, which Archie's immune to. And the Archie could, hold things that are out of phase. So the phase spiders, for example, Archie could, if you were holding a phase spider, it wouldn't be able to phase out of existence. The Wraith you could also like grasp and interact with in ways that they're not supposed to, as a like showing that Archie is sort of reaching beyond the mortal plane and able to interact with. It was a lead into some other things about that. But instead, Archie just cast Fist and fucking killed everything all the time, except for the Death
I
Knight.
will say this: there was a tiny sliver of a chance that we had a Death Knight and his Philosopher's Stone and like
That's true.
an ancient ship. There was like that.
That would have been
I feel like
insane,
we
yeah.
took
Would've
the
been sick,
correct path.
To be honest, I never thought about the Death Knight and the cord and trying to get it. It was one of those things like, I'll add this, I'll add this, I'll add this. Oh, these are all nice. And then you're like, but does the Death Knight have a cord? I'm like, fuck, it does. God damn it. It's definitely undead. It follows those rules. Oh, no. And I had a moment of fear of like, what if he gets a Death Knight on his side? What will that do to the campaign?
I feel like I don't say this as a criticism, but you must have known we were going to open that door. You must have known.
Not to open.
I know. Obviously, we were going to open the door.
It's like the giant red button that you.
I thought Nick and MrMouton, having just dealt with a Death Knight, would know better.
But the
Yeah,
thing
I
is,
did-
they weren't
in my
like,
defense, I didn't know what a
embroiled,
Death Knight
amazing
is.
Armor. And I couldn't
True.
imagine that a Death Knight would just be kind of in just the run of the mill whatever stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought ancient magic ship, one of the towers of high sorcery, all these things on it, super old and decayed, lots of powerful magic lying around. I thought it would telegraph
It's easy
hard
to
enough.
say that in hindsight. It's hard to know.
I don't think in a
moments,
million
isn't it?
years I'd ever turn down going in the captain's room.
I know. I know.
I was always going to open that door. When I said, well, we're obviously opening the door, I mean, no one
Oh,
disagreed.
my heart
We
broke.
obviously were
No,
opening the door.
we're obviously opening. the
Yeah.
fucking door. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
these things happen, and death is a part of life, and character loss is a part of character creation.
I know you did a lot of planning for the new year. There it goes.
Time well
Does
spent.
anyone else feel like Koibu is too amused by this? Like he's had too much.
He hasn't
fun
got to kill
killing
people in a long time.
He's
It's
happy
been a
with
long
this.
Hey,
time.
Nick, this
Yeah.
could be good for us for toss. This
It
could
could be, yeah. Now we're allowed to win.
Now we're allowed to win tomorrow. That's big. We take the L today for the win tomorrow. Do you guys
Oh,
want
yeah.
to end here and then talk off stream for like 30 minutes?
That sounds
Yeah,
great.
sure.
Yeah.
Maybe figure some stuff out. Cool.
All right, everybody. Tides of Death has been
Well-
great. It's been super fun. I'm glad we all got to do this together, and I hope we get to continue to play in the future.
It's been a blast. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks to everybody who supported the campaign.
Yep.
Thank you guys.
I'll give you an
Mhm.
update on the
So much. Thank you.
Discord.
Mhm.
The campaign Discord, if we're going to continue or what's happening. Hopefully I can give it to you after this, but I'll let you know in the future. So thank you.
All right. Goodbye, mateys.